Yes, everybody, and welcome to High on Homegrown, the Cannabis podcast from Percy'sGrowroom.com. I am Macky from the UK, and joining us this week, hopefully, is Margaret. You all right there, Margaret? You said...
What do you mean,
Margaret.
No, you said something as I was doing the intro there. You was like, oh, where's my... And then...
Because the music was on YouTube just as you were doing the intro, and I had to mute it. Yeah, so...
Just freaking
apologies.
me out there. Gosh.
Yeah. No, I'm
like,
still here. I'm here. I'm enjoying a delightful winter day here in Canada, as we were discussing before. So...
Yes.
No complaints.
Delightful day, everybody. Quickly tell us about that delightful day. What temperatures are you on this beautiful summer's day you have there, Margaret?
It's like -8.
Oh, yes, beautiful.
Celsius, but it's like sunny out and there's no wind, so it's beautiful. Anybody who lives in a winter climate knows what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, see? John agrees.
I wish I had that day right now, actually.
Yeah. That's
what are you saying, John?
Pretty much the same temps, a little colder here for me, except it's a ground blizzard, so there's that. No sun to be had.
Yeah, the wind really screws it.
But when it's days like this, the way that my backyard and the neighbors' backyards are, it makes it look like it's like, oh, white Christmas, you know what I mean? But then you look out to the highway and it's like, I ain't doing that.
Why you fucking say that fucking C word, John?
Christmas?
Listen,
John. What are you thinking?
I was making a reference, bro.
No, you're triggering me bad, bro. It's January. This is one of my favorite times of year because I don't have to hear that fucking word, man. And you just bringing it up like this.
Macky, are you telling us that you were triggered by the word itself? You need to get a hold of yourself, man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying.
CDS.
That's right.
You got a whole other year to get. You got a whole year before you really hear it.
No, we haven't. We've got 6 months, man. That's all we get. Look, I'm triggered now. Fuck. I'm going to take a deep breath. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, take a deep breath. Do some breathing. You'll be okay. You'll be fine.
Take a sip off your whiskey.
We'll get through this.
Yeah, dude, I haven't even poured myself whiskey yet. Yeah, let's do that. Grab your whiskey, John.
Hold on. Yeah.
Grab your... Oh, Margaret, how's the sober, dry January going?
It's actually going pretty good.
Nice. I did see the video you sent out yesterday.
Yeah, now that it's 18 days in, it's going pretty good.
You're past the hump, Margaret.
I am. My sleep has returned to normal.
Oh, wait. I feel like...
Seems to be, I'm getting through. And now it's closer to February than it is the beginning of the month. So
that's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And
in your brain...
The end is in sight, indeed.
Did you contemplate if you wanted to do January or February at all, just because of the shorter month?
No. No, I was like January. We'll start the year off on this positive foot, and then I can get smashed for the rest of the year. Yeah.
Oh, bam! Margaret coming in hot.
That's right. I'm gonna make up for this January shit.
That's right.
We're gonna see February 1st. We're gonna see Margaret just hammered in a video. I made it, everybody.
Actually, I'm probably gonna go longer with the booze.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. Well, you could be smashed off with some edibles too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's definitely gonna happen.
Man, I did that the other day. The missus, yet again, she made some infused food because she has all these different types of infusing fucking food now. And she made some steak and chips with some onions, right? And she's like, "Oh, I've infused the onions with just a little bit." And I'm already like, "What do you mean a little bit? PTSD from the last time she did the lamb dinner, and I'm fucked for 3 days." And she's just a little bit. And I'm like, "Okay, I'll just eat a couple of the." I didn't even eat all of the onions. Yeah, a couple of the onions, and then have to do an interview on the evening. And I said to her, and she said, "I was like, I got to do an interview in a bit." She's like, "Yeah, it's okay. It's only a little bit." I was fucked for a full 24 hours, man. I was stoned. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, she really needs to work on the dosage here. Because she was mashed as well. It's not like I'm real lightweight and can't handle it. We're both mashed. Jesus, man. That's not a little bit.
He is such an instigator. I love it.
Gosh, man.
Just a little bit. You just need one.
Infused onions. God.
Can you send her a virtual high five for me, please?
Yes, I will do. I'll tell her, John. John sends virtual high five.
That's right.
Oh, God damn. Just a little bit less next time. It's twice now. Yeah, I'm the dosage guinea pig for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
God damn.
She's writing little notes. She's like, okay, one
okay,
whole
that one
milliliter
didn't kill him.
to 5 pieces of onion didn't kill Macky, but he was fucked for like a whole day.
I only eat like I ate 3 pieces of onion, man. And I remember
3 pieces, like 3 rings of onion.
Like a
no,
ring.
it was like
what
chopped in I don't know, in a specific way. It was like say a centimeter
Chinese
square
chopped?
of onions.
Okay.
Like
That's
a
not
little
very
bit
much
bigger
onion.
than that. No, a little
No.
bit bigger than
Just
that.
that's just a smidge.
Yeah,
onion.
it wasn't even a lot. That's the thing. It wasn't even a lot. I was fucking mashed. Crazy, man.
That is
Crazy.
hilarious.
Be
That is
careful with the
kinda
edibles, everybody. I'm just going to grab some
Yeah.
cannabis out this drawer here.
Listen, I am on a half of one of my like 8 to 10 allegedly milligram gummies right now, and I feel that shit. Like almost like maybe, hey, all the cannabis was to the left side, and that's the one I took.
Hate it when all the cannabis goes to the left side.
Ooh,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
no joke. No joke.
Good times, though. Good times.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I'd have took the full one, I don't think I could be doing this right now.
Mm-mm.
To be honest with you. I get to that point and it's like, oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that
nice.
makes
that was
sense.
too much.
It was nice. Hope everybody else is enjoying some edibles out there this week if they can. It's always nice. But
That's
just
right.
just go easy on that shit, man. Jesus.
Yeah,
There's a
take
message to
take
Mrs.
5.
Macky there. You know, just go easy on that shit, man. God damn.
So how is she infusing it? Does she make like olive oil or
But
something?
it was
Infused olive oil or
she's
what?
got olive oil and because she's got olive oil for frying stuff in and olive oil for salad dressing kind of as well. And then also some can of butter, and she fried the onions in can of butter.
Oh boy. Okay.
And then
Sounds good.
yeah,
That was apparently an amazing dose that should have been mixed into like a whole like meatloaf or something.
But you know, practice.
Like,
She'll get there.
Distribute that shit a little bit. Something.
Gosh, man. But yeah, nice. It's good to have edibles, but goddamn, they're strong. Edibles have always mashed me up. You know. Yeah, what are you
That's right.
smoking on? You don't have anything, do you, Margaret? What you got, John? What are you smoking
No,
on?
I don't.
I'm just on the gummy, buddy. I'm
Nice. Nice.
yeah, I'm on the gummy today.
Nice. I'm
We'll see what
warming up some
happens.
strawberries in this mighty here, and now I have my glass of whiskey. Chin chin, John. I'll clink this.
Oh
for you.
yeah, cha-ching.
There you go. Chin chin. Chin chin is what they say.
Chin chin.
That's what I think we've discussed this before.
Mm-hmm.
I
think
And
so.
that's like your cheers? That's how you
Yeah.
in Chinese or
It's a
something.
Chinese, Chinese saying for something.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's said in English as chin chin. But anyway, I think that's enough chatting some shit.
Okay.
Are we ready for the news now?
Yeah, buddy.
I think so.
Are we?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
What?
well,
What we're here for.
as ready as we're ever gonna be.
Yeah.
Let's get quick shout out to Billy, of course. Billy was gonna be here
yes.
this week, but he's still not quite feeling up to it. So fingers crossed he'll be back next week. And I say this every week, but you know, he's slowly getting better, hopefully. I think I've spoke to him over the last couple of days. So
Yeah. Played a game of letter league with the old boy.
that's right. He came into the room, played some letter league. But hopefully we'll be back next week. So shout out to Billy.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's do the news.
News.
So here we go. What's it gonna be? We're gonna talk about the scientists on the study first. The scientists figured out a standard measure for cannabis use, allegedly.
Oh, we're not going to go through the list first, or we're just going to drop
No.
right into this bad boy?
Yeah, we're just gonna get straight in today.
Just straying from
Oh.
convention, I see. All right.
Wow,
Yeah,
this is
we can do that.
amazing.
Well, we've only got
Okay.
4 stories, so it's
Okay,
not like we have
okay.
the 5 or 6 that we usually have.
Right. Okay.
That's all right.
Well, this is coming from Science Alert. Scientists figured out a standard measure for cannabis use. I thought this was kind of an interesting one. I wanted to hear what they had to say because I don't know if this is possible, to be honest with you. So,
Mhm.
a new study led by researchers from the University of Bath Is that how you say that over there in the
It
UK?
depends if you're from the north or the south, because some would say bath, which is incorrect.
Okay.
And then
okay.
the correct people would
Bath.
say bath. Because there's
Or
no
some
R in
people
it, you
say
see.
bath.
Bath.
Some people say it like that.
Bath. That's right, Margaret. With a F rather than a TH,
Yeah.
isn't it? Instead of bath.
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 Oh my God.
I can see
But
that.
you have
I
to
don't
say
know why.
bath.
Just
Bath.
Too many British shows, I guess.
All right.
Yep. For
That's
sure.
right.
Okay.
Bath.
Well,
Because
now
there's
that we
no
got...
R, it's just B-A-T-H. Bath. All right?
That's right.
Not bath. If Billy was here, we'd be disagreeing. But there we go.
Okay, we got that one out of the way. That's perfect. So anyways, the university in Bath in the UK suggests a standard unit for measuring cannabis potency, similar to how we quantify alcohol consumption with standard drinks, could help people manage their intake and identify those at risk of cannabis use disorder. As more
Sure.
countries introduce, allegedly, as more countries introduce laws allowing for medicinal and recreational cannabis use, such standard measures could help inform public health strategies around harm reduction. As cannabis becomes increasingly available in legal markets around the world, it is more important than ever to help consumers make informed choices about their use, says senior author Tom Freeman, director of the Addiction and Mental Health Group at the University of Bath.
Beautiful, John. Beautiful.
You're welcome. While some people limit their enjoyment to a leisurely toke once in a while, others can develop cannabis use disorder, or CUD. God, I love that. Which can lead to dependence, poor mental health, tolerance, risky behaviors, impaired brain function, and problems maintaining relationships and finances. Alcohol.
Just throwing that in there. You know what I mean? What the fuck are they even talking about? Problems maintaining relationships and finances. Jesus. Everybody has that problem now. It's nothing to do with cannabis. Fuck.
Right.
That's a good point.
I mean, holy cow. So as it stands, it's difficult for cannabis users and clinicians alike to quantify cannabis use, since the product has been illegal and its production unregulated for so long, and in most parts of the world still is. We know frequency and quantity of use can predict risk of cannabis disorder, but this doesn't account for the potency of the active ingredients. So cannabis potency, the potential or the percentage of THC, has been increasing for several decades, and use of high potency cannabis is associated with an increased risk of negative outcomes, including CUD and adverse mental health.
Isn't it crazy, right? It just like completely gets overlooked, where it says there cannabis potency, percentage of tetrahydrocannabinol, which just reminds me of the word pterodactyl, has been increasing for several decades. But hasn't it been illegal for several decades?
The whole time.
So what was the cause of it being increased? Maybe because it was illegal.
I mean, possibly.
If it was legal this whole time, maybe we wouldn't have cannabis that was so strong. Maybe.
Yeah,
I think it would have been. Yeah, I think it would have still increased, maybe slower, but I think it's still we'd have still got to hear. I feel. You know, because everybody's always going to be looking for the better, the more. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I think sometimes the more we've pushed THC out of it, the more everything else has been pushed out of it. Like back in the days, it would have been a finer balance of CBD, THC, and maybe some other minor cannabinoids. But nowadays, it's very low in CBD and very high in THC. I think that would have things wouldn't have been the way they are now. I mean, you would have had the individual strains that would have been a ridiculous amount, but I think overall cannabis wouldn't be like this. It would be more of a balanced thing.
Right. I can get behind that too, like for sure. So yeah, let's get in the meat and bones of this bad boy, maybe. So reviewing data from 150 London-based adult and teen cannabis users collected across a period of 12 months as part of the 4-year Canteen study, the team estimated the drug's potency as standard THC units. Excuse me. That was a good one. Yeah, Canteen. How are we going with that? Unsurprisingly, not all joints are created equal. For instance, a 0.45 gram joint of strong herbal cannabis might contain 12.78 standard THC units. We still don't know exactly what that means. While a weaker seeded herbal cannabis can contain just 3.78 THC units, according to the new estimate. Early studies have made similar attempts to quantify cannabis use beyond weight and frequency duration of use. This study goes a step further, expanding on the team's previous analysis and finding that measuring usage in standard THC units can effectively evaluate people's risk of developing cannabis use disorder. See, now they keep saying THC units, and like, why?
I don't see
What does that
yet.
equate to?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you know what I mean?
0.45 gram of a joint.
Well, that
No,
well,
they said
well,
that point.
they're saying
0.45
in
gram
that
of
joint,
yeah.
Right.
there's
Okay, that's fair.
12.78 standard units. So,
I was just kind of
which
joking because I don't think it's
no,
clear
no,
at all.
it
How
isn't
they
really
come up with a
clear,
unit.
and I don't know why they're honestly, I don't know why they're trying to come up with another unit, because we already have percentage, and percentage is going to be percentage regardless. You know what I mean?
I think from a medical
Okay.
perspective, it might be useful because doctors like standardization. So from a medical perspective, as far as like prescribing it, maybe I could see why they'd be like, I would like to be able to give you 1 THC unit, but it's
Right.
not
Well,
really
I've just
clear
asked
on what metric
our
that
friend
is.
Al,
Okay.
which is just AI. But,
Oh,
you know, the I looks like a lowercase L when it's capitalized. So yeah, we'll call it L.
Mhm.
A THC unit is a way of standardizing how much THC is in a cannabis product, similar to how alcohol units work for beer or wine. The common definition in most medical research and public health context, 1 THC unit equals 5 milligrams of THC. Wow.
Okay.
okay.
This standard is used in places like medical cannabis guidance, public health research, some legal markets to help people dose more safely. Maybe I can teach the missus what a cannabis unit is, so she doesn't keep
probably
mashing me
should.
up with these
I
fucking
was gonna
edibles.
say,
You know,
you
Take her
probably
to
should.
study. I mean, now that makes more sense, right? Now that gives you something to go off of. But like, regardless, like in flour, that doesn't compute. You know what I mean? Like, sure, this works for like concentrates,
yeah.
but when it comes to flour, how do you can't really
Yeah, how
Find
do you
the
know how
judge
much
correct
that.
dosage.
a
Yeah.
milligram,
Right.
5 milligrams is?
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. So let's finish this out. We got a little bit left here. So the study authors found that to reduce the risk of developing cannabis use disorder, adults should not exceed 8 THC units per week, which is, quick calculation, Macky,
What?
40 milligrams.
Yeah, 40
What?
milligrams. Yeah,
Okay.
per week.
Yeah, per
so,
week.
I mean, what does that doesn't even seem like anything, does it? So you got let's just do some quick back of the envelope kind of maths here, right? You've got
Yeah,
a
but
gram of cannabis, and let's just
Yeah.
be generous and make it easy on ourselves. That's 25% THC. So that 1 gram equals 250 milligrams. So what? That's like 5 times more than you should be consuming in a week. Is that what they're saying?
I think so,
so.
which also doesn't make sense because, like, if I eat an edible, which is my preferred way to consume, like, I'm definitely consuming more than that when I am consuming.
Well, more than. Are you saying over the week period, or are you saying like per? Because like I just said, mine are like 8 to 10
depends on your tolerance.
milligrams. You know.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably like I can tolerate up to 25 depending on how couch locked I want to get.
Right.
25 milligrams. So I'm probably like 10 to 20 milligrams in the evening most
Right.
nights, which is way over 40 milligrams.
Well,
Or
you
10
are
to
looking
80.
really.
at
If you're
being at
doing 10
extreme
a
risk,
night,
then, Margaret.
if you're doing 10 a night, that's only 50 milligrams in 5 days. So if you take that to
Yeah.
7 days, you know what I'm saying? So it's not
Yeah.
like crazy
Yeah,
out of context, but
You're
like
at extreme
somebody who
risk now,
uses a
Margaret.
lot.
but I don't think I'm at risk for developing cannabis use disorder either.
Well, that's what this
Right.
study says, Margaret.
I know.
You gotta go with the
disagree.
science.
I disagree.
Oh.
Especially as someone who
oh.
can take a month long and do a tolerance break and be like,
Yeah, let's say
Hey,
you do
Bella.
them fucking 10 milligrams now, Margaret.
yeah, I
Mhm.
know, that's
You gotta be
true.
pretty matched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
probably have to dial it back a bit when I go back to it, which is part of the reason for doing it. I can save
That's
money.
right. That's good.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Margaret will be down to a half a gummy like
that's
me.
right. I'll be well
You know?
within my 8 THC units per
You know what I
week.
mean?
No problem.
Right?
Gonna have
No
half an onion
problem.
slice to be like,
Yeah.
help! Time is moving really
Oh.
slow. Sorry, John. You
Oh.
were saying.
No, that's okay. So so going on more with this, the 70% of the adults who exceeded this limit in the canteen study reported cannabis use disorder. I call bullshit, man.
Mm-mm.
Still. So the ultimate goal of our new guidelines is to reduce harm, explains lead author Rachel Lees Thorne, a psychology researcher from the University of Bath. The
You
only
said it wrong
truly
this time. You
safe-
said bath.
I
then.
know, I'm just mixing it up, okay?
All right. All right.
Donna Summer. I wanted to make sure everybody in the back was getting theirs too.
Why are
know
you
what I'm saying?
assuming that the people who say bath are sitting at the back? John?
Well, you're going with it. You
Huh?
brought it forth.
I
You
still
brought
haven't heard
Jesus.
bath.
Yes.
Bath.
I'm waiting for that.
Bath.
Yeah. It's bath.
I mean,
Double
I feel
F.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bath.
Perfect.
So let's finish this one out because I might need a bath after this.
No, that's
only
bath with
true-
TH. That's different. It's not. What's wrong with you, man? Gosh. Jesus.
Oh fuck! It's edible, bro. Okay, so the only truly safe level of cannabis use is no use. Lies.
Oh, that's not fun.
Oh my god, you dicks. However, for those who don't want to stop and are unable to, we still want to make it easier for them to lower their risk of harm. For instance, a person might opt to use lower THC products or reduce the quantity of cannabis they use. I don't know if I can read any more of this.
It's fucking. It's like
upsets
fucking.
me.
You know what I mean? Opt to use. No, we can't opt to use lower THC products because they're all fucking illegal. So we don't have the option, do
Right.
we? You don't allow us to
really.
have the option. So don't fucking bullshit us. Pretend like you're
Yeah.
our fucking friends.
Right.
I'm not gonna
Right.
get
See,
triggered, man. Jesus, these
The-
fucking people.
The
The,
reason
cheek
I
of
thought
them.
this was interesting was one, I wanted to know what their unit was, their standard unit, which we apparently had to use AI to figure out. And two, I wanted to see if they pushed this cannabis bad narrative.
Well,
in
yeah,
the thing,
because
right?
look, the research is published in Addiction, which is probably a journal for some kind of addiction,
Right.
whatever, blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's biased toward that end. Let's keep that in
Right.
mind.
Right.
Quick shout out to Chad Westport's in the chat. What's up, bro? And
What's up,
just
Chad?
Vark Dog there. Was it Vark Dog who said? I can't see the comment. I want to make sure I get the. I think it was Vark Dog who says we need to tell these lightweights to stay the fuck out of the studies. You know, it's a good point. You know,
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
there's a bunch of people in there only doing 5 milligrams, and there's Margaret sitting there in the corner like, yeah, give me another one of those 50 milligram, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Taking them for the team.
Oh my
Gotta bring
goodness.
up them stats. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's right.
You are right,
Yeah.
John, though. They never did come out and be like, a THC unit equals this amount, 5 million.
Right, they didn't,
Yeah.
Would've been
and I
useful.
was hoping they
Mhm.
would. You know,
So, I don't know. I think that's clickbait.
Mhm.
Scientists figured out a standard measure for cannabis, but we're not going to tell you.
Right.
No, but we're not going to tell you
Right.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't handle the truth.
Yeah, and
That's
it
right.
seems like it would be an important factor in a story that's
Mhm.
titled like this. You know what I mean? Like, tell us what the fucking measurement is then. Jeez.
Right.
Yeah, make it useful. It's useful information for somebody who might be like, I want to stay under the 8 units per week.
Yeah. So
Right.
5 milligrams, everybody.
Allegedly,
Allegedly, that's a
because
dose.
we don't know. We really haven't been told, except for by AI, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Unless
that's
it's
right.
for
What is
medical
that?
use, in which that chip puts that all on its head, except they're also saying that there's no real purpose for using cannabis at all anyway.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, Margaret, you're gonna make me pull out my knife. Okay, everybody, calm down.
Nice.
I'm just saying, that's what they're saying here. The only truly
Oh.
safe level of cannabis use is no use at all. Well,
That's right. Trust the science, everybody. Trust the science.
Old Chad's giving
There
you a
you go.
shout out there, Margaret.
Oh, hey.
Much love, Macky and crew. I made an edible video the other day and made sure to mention Bite Me Podcast.
Woo woo.
Partiana. Nice one,
Thank
Chad.
you.
Good
Nice
job,
one.
Chad.
Yeah, man. And everybody go check out Chad Westport's video about edibles, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out too.
Do it,
Just
lady.
search YouTube. I'm sure you're already
Yeah,
all subscribed.
now when we're done, I have to go do it.
I mean, do it, lady.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so we got some news from West Korea here.
That's right.
That's what we call. If you're new to join us, that's what we call the UK. All right. Like, we mentioned somebody hasn't listened to the show before, and they show up and they'll be like, "West Korea? Where's that?" You know. It's like, man, we have so many things like that. It's like the amount of times we say, "Do it, lady." It's like, hold on, is he a lady? But you know, people just don't get these references if they don't listen often. You know, crazy.
But they should.
You know,
That's
2
right.
weeks. Does this man have Tourette syndrome, or does he just keep shouting 2 weeks? What am I... Damn.
I want Tourette's so bad.
No, you
Well,
don't.
No,
Yes, I
did
do.
you not see the episode of South Park,
say
bro?
crazy shit.
You not see the episode of
yeah.
South Park with Cartman?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
He had to learn the hard way. Anyway, yeah. So back to West Korea.
Okay.
We'll get there eventually. Inside the medical cannabis police guidance, everything patients need to know. I'm already skeptical of that claim. Everything
me
patients
too.
need to know. Yeah, sure. Last week, the first official guidance on medical cannabis for police officers in England and Wales was made public. So this is John, yeah?
You read that title and it makes it sound like they came up with a whole new like cannabis police. You know what I mean? Not like what you just said.
Yeah,
but
I suppose
it makes it
punctuation, a
sound
little
like
bit of punctuation would have helped.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like, whoa.
But this is
Okay,
essentially
sorry,
like the police for the last 7 years, the police, the policy enforcers, they have had no fucking idea what to do when it comes to cannabis. And there's a large percentage of them, there's more of a percentage of them that do not know that cannabis is legal for medical use than there are that know that people can use medical use cannabis. So it's just, for the last 7 years, it's been a complete fuck around. But recently, and this is what this story is about here, this week, it's like been put across to all of them. If you find somebody with cannabis, now you have to treat them as a medical patient unless you know otherwise. So that's
right.
the gist of this story here. I think so, anyway, because that's what I've been seeing. But we'll get to the meat of it here. We read that a little bit there. Last week, the first official guidance on medical cannabis for police officers in England and Wales was made public. Its publication marks a significant step forward for both the patient community and law enforcement, finally providing an initial standardised set of principles for both to adhere to. While not yet comprehensive, it is a meaningful foundation for a clear and fair framework to be built upon and helps cement a baseline of trust between both parties. Maybe. You see, the problem is, they've fucked with us for so long. To repair the damage to police trust, that's not just in this country, but most countries.
Right.
People don't trust the fucking police now. And
Right.
for a good fucking reason, because there's many of them going out there not enforcing laws that we consider laws. Why are you stopping adults, consuming products which they want to consume that are having no detrimental effect on anybody else, ruining communities, ruining families, making crime worse because of all the gangs that are around and all the money and criminal activity because drugs are illegal. So people don't trust these motherfuckers anymore. You can't just legalize overnight and be like, oh yeah, everybody loves us now. No. You're looking at a couple of generations to work back this trust over time. It's going to take a long fucking time, man. The sooner you start, the better. Cannabis Health has already explored the dynamics which led to this point and will now take you through the guidance in detail, exploring what has changed, what still needs ironing out, and whether it can help solve the knowledge gap which continues to see 1 in 5 patients challenged over their legal prescription. I think it's more than that. Well, 1 in 5 challenged?
Yeah.
I'd say it was the flip. I'd say it was 4 in 5 get challenged and 1 doesn't.
Right.
That would be my assumption. But, what do I know? I don't know. The 12-page document titled Medical Cannabis and the Police Guidance for Officers and Staff was approved by the National Police Chiefs Council in November 2024, meaning that it is now official police policy. Yeah, it's taken a while, hasn't it? It is official police policy across all 43 forces in England and Wales. What about Scotland? Why don't they ever include Scotland in shit like this? Prepared by the Association of Police Controlled Drug Liaisons Officers, APCDLO. Why have they? That's the
little
worst
acronym
fucking
there.
acronym I've ever
Very
seen.
handy.
1, 2, 3,
You
4,
know what I mean?
5,
Oh,
6, 7,
we'll
8, 9,
fucking
10,
remember it
11,
now.
12.
What the fuck? Wow.
A, P, C, D, L, O.
That will
Yeah.
do. Beautiful, John. We'll all definitely remember it now. That's going to stick on the mind for days.
Yep.
The guidance aims to establish a patient-first, suspects-second mindset among frontline police officers when dealing with medical cannabis prescriptions, helping provide clear protocols for encounters for which first time since treatment was legalized in 2018. So 2018 is when it was legalized.
Jesus.
And they're only just getting around to saying, oh, you might be a medical cannabis patient now in the early part of 2026.
Yeah, a little.
If this was flipped on some other drug, it would have been immediate because of the,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
the oh, woe is me. If this
Mm-hmm.
was heroin and they're like, oh, we're going to legalize it, let people do it on the street, it's going to end up being like a oh, woe is me situation. You guys can't just be judging them as suspects right away. They're patients and they have feelings. That's what would happen.
Feeling.
But with cannabis, it's totally flipped.
Sorry.
Right?
Yeah, they just treat cannabis completely differently because they know how much of a risk it
me
is.
off, dude.
Them big pharma, they'll suffer to lose a lot of money if cannabis is properly legalized, man. And that's why it doesn't happen. Just pass them envelopes around. You know what I'm saying? Cannabis Health, I think that's the name of this news outlet, has obtained the full guidance and spoken extensively with Richard List, QPM, who authored the guidance about its contents, limitations, and what comes next. Let me just grab a pen and paper here, everybody. I don't usually do this, but I want to try and get that guy on the show. Richard List. Let's see what you got to say.
QPM. I don't know what that means, but
Yeah, I don't either.
If he came up with the guidance, then let's try and figure out what he knows and why he came up with such things.
And was it only him? Like,
I'm sure there was a team of people. It was probably a team.
Right. And he just compiled it all together, probably.
But here's some quotations from quite a bit of quotations from this guy. I am very pleased that this guidance for the police service has been approved by the NPCC. And by the very positive response from both parties and the wider cannabis community. I am grateful to all who have contacted me. However, this guidance is only a start, and the real challenge is to embed its principles into daily policing practice. Undoubtedly, the guidance will require new versions based upon joint learning experience, no pun intended. It will be important to develop and maintain a positive and open dialogue to ensure that this happens effectively and successfully. I very much look forward to working with all involved in the future. Richard List, QPM. And the thing is, it's just, fuck you, man. Sorry. Sorry, but it's like, who the fuck are you? You want to come to us now with a positive and open dialogue after you've treated us like degenerate criminals for half a fucking century? You want to come to us all friendly now?
And grown.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I mean, I'm sure we're going to have to take the hand and fucking say, yeah, thanks for being part of the community. But goddamn, man, you could at least fucking apologize, man. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep.
Agreed. You don't just put out a new protocol and everyone's just like, oh, we trust the police.
Yeah,
now.
we're friends now. He's like, yeah, how about sorry first? How about a fucking apology first for the way you've treated us and stigmatized the plant for so long? God damn. Someone is butthurt. Yes, Chad. Yes, Chad. Yeah, it drives you fucking crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. When encountering someone who states they are in lawful possession of medical cannabis, officers are instructed to follow this protocol. So here we go, everybody. Here we go. Ask to see the original packaging in which the cannabis is provided. Now, just jumping in here, we've said this before. What if you don't have it? Well, yeah, you just go get the pot. You can get a little pot, airtight pot to store cannabis in, with cannabis in it from whichever medical company you want to go and get your weed from. And then it says use before, and it'll be like 6 months down the line. So then once you got the bag, you can use that for 6 months, putting your home grow in it. You want
Right.
to see the original packaging? No problem, officer. He's not going to be like, oh, this says silver haze, but it smells like sour diesel. He's not
He
going to do
knows no
that, is
different.
he?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, jump through that one single hoop if you have to, everybody, and then at least you got some reassurance.
But
know?
if you don't have the original packaging, jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a fine. It depends.
Yeah.
And there's more to it as well. Look for the dispensing label as it contains important information about the medicine and the patient to whom it is prescribed. Request a letter from their prescriber or a copy of the original prescription. Though the guidance explicitly notes there is no legal requirement to possess these documents, maybe there is now. Well, there's a reason to, at least. It might not be legal. If they have a letter, this should include the patient's details, including name and address. Fuck that shit, man. I
And if
wouldn't be
no
playing
letter,
those silly
jail.
games. Yeah, well, they've got
So-
your name and address now. You can't just walk up to me and go, what's your name and address? Sorry, I'm a suspected of a crime or something. I'm not playing those silly games. You're not getting my name and address just because you suspect me of something. If you give the bag and it shows that it's medical prescription, you're doing nothing wrong and not broken the law. Why do I have to provide my details?
So basically, they're
Right.
saying like, if you get stopped for cannabis, you have to have your papers.
Yes.
Mhm.
Got it.
I mean, like, so I don't know how they do it over there, and I know they used to do it here, and I think even in North Dakota, that you actually had a card, like a medical card with your
Mhm.
name on it and shit. So why can't you just have that, skip all this bullshit, and be like, here's my card, Ossifer. I'm a medical patient. And there should be no questions after that.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless he's carrying a garbage bag full of, weed around. There should be no questions. It should just be done.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
At that
that's it.
point.
Mhm.
But also bear in mind that if this isn't medical and you don't have a prescription, jail.
Right.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on,
This is
man.
only for medical.
Mhm.
If you are in possession of non-medical cannabis, if
Yeah.
there's the
Yeah.
debate.
Have you
then
got a
you're s-
prescription for that? No. Come here.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
Holy.
craziness. Yeah, request letter from the copy of the original prescription. What a pain in the ass. If they have a letter, this should include their name and address. And as I said, yeah, fuck that shit. Don't want to give the police name and address for no good reason. The person should be able to present identification to these documents. If no packaging, labeling, or other documentation is available, say you're just walking down the road with your vaporizer and you're vaping
Right.
some cannabis in it and you didn't bring the bag with you. So if you're in that position, the guidance suggests that officers consider further inquiries with healthcare partners. This could mean contacting the prescriber or cannabis clinic. You know what else they could be doing? Solving real crime. You know,
Yeah, 'cause
like all
when I
the
hear
people getting
this, what I
stabbed.
hear is you're walking down the street with your vaporizer and you're gonna get hassled. That's what it
Freeze!
sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hassle.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go through all this shit, waste however much time, looking at your paperwork, maybe going to your house and searching that, then contacting all these different clinics to make sure that your prescription is just for fucking a little bit of cannabis, when people are just having their phones snatched out their hands every day by people on bikes in the streets. There's stabbing epidemics, all this shit that we have going on in this
Right.
country right now. And these people want to waste time making sure that somebody who's got cannabis is using it medically instead of recreationally. Are you all on crack? What the actual fuck is going on? It makes
Yeah.
no fucking sense, does it? It's absolutely ridiculous, man. It's beyond the fucking joke. Who comes up with this shit? Like, oh yeah, you
Yeah.
fixed all the fucking problems now. You've added these stupid fucking rules to the game. God, it's ridiculous, man. I'm in one of
And
those
it's like
moods today, I think. I keep getting
they're
triggered.
complicating
Right.
things almost. They could just like
See,
Yeah.
decriminalize cannabis and then you wouldn't get hassled ever. And they
Mm-mm.
the cops could just go and, I don't know, fight real crimes.
right.
Real crimes, victims in
Right.
those crimes need
Yes.
police officers, but you're not
Yes.
there because you're dealing with fucking Trevor smoking on his vape, walking down the high street.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
Fuck. Ridiculous. There is a little bit more. I should read a little bit more. If no package, crucially, the guidance states further police action should only follow if the officer has justifiable grounds for believing that the individual is not a patient who has lawfully been prescribed medical cannabis. Well, that's just a lawsuit waiting to happen. The document also emphasizes that this can only be general advice and acknowledges the complexity officers face.
I don't think it's that complex. but
No, it's
sure.
really not, is it?
Sure,
You know?
Richard.
Yeah, sure, Dickie. Please remember that people in lawful possession of medical cannabis are patients. Everybody else is a degenerate druggie who should be locked
Yeah.
up.
Very much
They
so.
are
True.
very likely to be suffering from chronic pain or other serious ailments, but the other guys using it for recreational use, they are very likely to attack and claw, especially when cornered. What the, what the fuck? Medical cannabis will only be prescribed to an individual when other medicines and treatments have not been effective.
How
This
did they know
guidance,
that?
yeah, they're full of shit, aren't they? This guidance also clarifies a critical legal distinction that has caused confusion. Just like any other controlled drug, no offense is committed if a patient who has been lawfully prescribed a CBPM as a cannabis-based plant medicine has it in their possession. Yeah, so there you go. I mean, there's more. There's more. This will go on for a while. Unlicensed does not mean unlawful.
We're gonna
CAN
be mad
card and
about it
patient's
anyway.
ID.
It's so crazy because if you look at like the medical weed and then you look at the illegal street version, they pretty much look the same.
They're exactly.
They are the same.
Like,
Yeah.
except one person has a piece of paper and the other person doesn't.
Right.
Yeah, but this was quite a long article, this one. It goes on for quite a while. So you can find it over cannabishealthnews.co.uk if you want to read in more detail about that shit. But man, I just find it crazy how they didn't just be like, this is always causing a little bit of trouble. Let's just decriminalize it and get it out the way. Done.
Yeah.
No problems. But no,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh no, we're just going to make sure they're using it for medical. Why, man? Why?
Yeah. I mean, some people argue all cannabis is medical cannabis. So who is that copper on the street to judge?
That's right,
That's right.
copper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on to the next story. Let's talk about some research from Margaret here.
That's right. We've got new research suggests irradiation does not fully degrade fungi or residual toxins in cannabis.
And this made me wonder straight away. Like,
Yeah.
hold on, new research suggests irradiation doesn't do what you expected it to do. Have you done any research to check and make sure that like this irradiation doesn't cause any effects to us consuming it? Or have them studies been overlooked as well? Because what this
That's a
could
valid
be
question.
making fucking tumors grow in us, and they just haven't checked.
Right.
Because surely they would have checked this properly. That's scary.
No.
Scary.
Yeah.
So
I know, right?
we don't really know what irradiating cannabis actually does, everybody. So smoke up, you know.
Yeah. But I think obviously a lot of legal cannabis has to be irradiated to go to market in Canada. So the findings of a new study challenge the effectiveness of irradiation to completely address total yeast and mold CFU counts in dried cannabis. The study raises concerns about potential health risks for vulnerable or immunocompromised cannabis users. The research at McGill University emphasizes the need for better safeguards and more effective remediation methods, noting that even irradiated cannabis might still contain toxic fungi and residues. A total of 12 cannabis samples were, which is not a lot, but were analyzed for the study. 2 of those samples, one irradiated and one not irradiated, were provided by a licensed producer, an LP in Quebec, Canada. An additional 10 samples were purchased from Société Québécoise du Cannabis.
Holy shit, that's a 9 at least.
Thank you.
Yeah, fucking,
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
go 11.
Sorry about my
Gosh.
English accent.
11?
for all
Okay,
those French,
okay.
Do
Way
that
to
again,
go.
Margaret. Do that again. That was crazy.
Société Québécoise. I can speak a little French.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the French.
Jeez.
I was just waiting for my moment.
Everybody's got to hit that like button just for the pronunciation of those words there. Jesus,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
That was
That was
beautiful.
crazy.
Well, thank you, but
Yeah.
don't ask me to string too many more French words together because then it all falls apart. 8 of the cultivation methods for the sampled cannabis came from greenhouses or hybrid greenhouses, and 4 were from indoor grow facilities. Researchers used culture-based methods to grow and identify living fungi and bacteria, molecular tests, PCR and qPCR to detect fungal DNA and toxin-producing genes, and antibody-based ELISA, which probably stands for something, assays to measure mycotoxins such as aflatoxins and ochratoxins.
Okay.
I've never heard of any
No
of
idea
these,
what
but they
any of
don't
those
sound
are.
good. The current industry standard tests is ELISA, and mass spectrometry were found by the study to be insufficiently sensitive when used alone to detect the trace amounts of residual mycotoxins that remain after irradiation. A single spore can cause disease, so we had to go beyond the ELISA limit to see. To the general population, this may not have much significance, but immunocompromised people will be at much higher risk, said Saji George, the study co-author and professor at McGill's Department of Food Science and Agricultural Chemistry.
So
Although
what did they say in there? Sorry, like our ordinary testing wasn't picking anything up, so we went even more extreme.
I mean, it kind of sounds like that, or maybe it wasn't picking up enough.
They're saying that the typical industry standard tests, they're saying, were insufficiently sensitive when used by themselves to detect trace amounts of these residual mycotoxins, which they're also suggesting for the average person, that might not be a big deal, but if you're immunocompromised, that might put you at a higher risk. And some of those immunocompromised people might also be people who are using cannabis medically as well. So that's kind of like a bit of a fucker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Although all samples passed Health Canada's colony forming unit, CFU, threshold, they consistently tested positive for detectable levels of major mycotoxins, including ochratoxin A, aflatoxins, DON, and T2, which I don't know what any of those are, but they're major mycotoxins, so they can't be good.
Arnie, right? Arnie,
right?
From the movie.
Right. You don't want that in your lungs, that's for sure.
Oh no.
The fungal categories detected include those known to contain mycotoxigenic and pathogenic species, specifically Aspergillus, Penicillium, and Fusarium. Fusarium proliferatum, however you say that.
Four.
Oh, come
The average
on.
is going down now. That's
After my delightful performance just mere minutes ago,
I
was
know.
found exclusively in non-irradiated samples. No bacterial growth was observed in the irradiated material. Analysis also revealed a broader diversity of fungi and the persistent presence of mycotoxin biosynthetic DNA. The researchers state this suggests that irradiation, while significantly reducing fungal and bacterial loads and eliminating culturable bacteria, does not fully degrade fungal genomes and residual toxins. Cannabis buds have sticky resins, so they are really susceptible to contamination. These fungi are everywhere, so we need to be more careful at every stage, from growing to harvesting to processing and storage, said Mamta Rani, study co-author and research associate at the Laboratory for Sustainable Agricultural, Food, and Environmental Applications of Nanotechnology at McGill. The paper yes.
Where they said there that these essentially mold spores are everywhere.
Yeah. Right.
So what about these at-risk people? What did I say? Immunodeficient? They used a specific term up there.
Immunocompromised.
Immunocompromised people. So you want to get rid of it all on the cannabis buds, but it's everywhere.
Right.
What are you trying to do? It makes no sense. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, so what? It's not on the cannabis, but it's on the papers that they've used to roll up a cannabis joint. It's on the pipe they've used. It's on the bong they've used. It's inside the vaporizer they're using. So why
is it floating in the air?
It's fucking everywhere. Mold spores are everywhere on everything.
Right.
So, I mean, them getting rid of it on the cannabis, yeah, nice try, but what about everything else? It just makes no sense.
Yeah, no, it's a very good question, because the reason I was interested in this article too is, what does this mean for the home grower? Like, if they're saying that you can't, like, if you're buying cannabis from the legal market, they obviously want to make sure it's toxin free, I guess, when they put it to market. But if you're growing your own and they're saying this stuff is everywhere,
you're already around it. You know what I mean? It's already there.
Yeah.
It's already all over your buds.
I mean, you can pay to do these tests on your own stuff at places too.
Right.
Like, there's labs out there you can send a sample into and pay for it. And
not in West Korea.
Not in West Korea, of course.
Have you ever done that, John?
Not for this stuff, but I did send in like some concentrate I had to test it for like how much CBD and THC was in it. And it cost me like $60 for one.
But it didn't
gram,
show if there's any like fungi or
no, that was a whole nother test that I would have had to
CFUs.
pay another $60 probably. And
It would just be curious
that's
to
how
see.
they work.
like as a home grower, because you do indoor and outdoor, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So once I think right now officially there's 3 labs that are licensed in Minnesota for testing. So I'm just waiting patiently, and then at some point in time, I think I'm going to go ahead and send into one of these labs and do a couple various tests just to see, you know,
Right.
what it's picking up.
Yeah,
You know,
I'd be really curious to know because the article finishes by saying the paper concludes that as the cannabis industry evolves, microbial testing needs to evolve as well. It recommends a nuanced approach that uses cultural, molecular, and immunological techniques alongside more stringent microbial standards during the production stage. But is it just that they're like the risk is higher because it is in production? Like if I'm growing or you're growing a handful of plants. You're not growing
right.
several acres in a
Hmm.
facility. I don't know.
I don't know either,
No,
honestly.
it makes no fucking. It just feels like it's one of those regulations they've put in place just to make things more difficult. There's no real
Well,
reasoning
but
behind it.
here's another thing, playing devil's advocate a little bit about this is this regulation in place also to protect the grower? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying it could be me as a small mom and pop shop growing and selling all the way up to, a giant facility.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like I'm testing this because I want to know, because I don't want one of my customers coming back to me and suing the shit out of me because I gave them something that made them sick and they couldn't work for a month and they have all these medical bills. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think it is in part because obviously, if you have a legal market, part of the promise of having a legal market is that the products you're buying in said retail environment are safe and aren't
Right.
going to make you sick. And you're just,
Right.
you're hoping that they're testing it properly so that.
But that's it. They're not, because we've seen it here in the UK, and I'm sure you guys are seeing it as well, where people have gone out and bought the legal medicinal weed here, and it comes in the pot. You open it up, and the weed's moldy inside. And if you didn't
Yeah.
know any
Hmm.
different, you would consume that cannabis. And this is one of the reasons why they do irradiate it, to try and make sure that it doesn't go moldy in transit, because it's
Mm-hmm.
killed off any
Right.
spores that could make it go moldy. But it doesn't happen all the time. And imagine you don't know anything about cannabis. It's okay for us. If we spotted some moldy weed, we'd be like, fucking hell, that's fucked. And we wouldn't
Hmm.
consume it. But somebody who doesn't know, like, oh, this is my first time trying this CBD flower from the
Right.
completely legal cannabis market. Oh, that
Hmm.
looks a bit funky, but I've never tried cannabis before. Maybe this is how it's supposed to look. Sprinkle, sprinkle, have a little smoke of that, get some fucking lung infection. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I have a question. At what process are they doing this? And maybe Chad has some insight to this, but what process of the growing to packaging are they doing the
Mm.
irradiation? You
It
know what
would
I
have to
mean?
be
Because like,
post-harvest, wouldn't it?
well, let's say
Before
you
they're sending it to
harvest
market. Yeah.
and you do it all in one shot. Okay. Well, now if you're a big facility, most likely now we're packaging that up in totes, in bags, and we're sending it to the processing facility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then at the processing facility, what's the risk there? And then, you know, from the processing facility to the packaging facility, what is the process there? Where could this be actually getting picked up? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Right. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I mean, you're
Yeah.
saying some of these mycotoxins or whatever
Yeah, or the
could be
mold
picked up
itself could
elsewhere.
be getting picked
Yeah.
up elsewhere in the
Yeah.
other processes,
Mhm. This is why I
So,
Yeah.
think it just doesn't make any sense. It's bullshit. They're just trying to make things more difficult for people to produce and sell cannabis.
Yeah, and Legacy Market Farms in the chat said responsible growers would never allow bud rot to go out the door, but
Hmm.
it's about money for many, and I
Yeah.
think that's happened in the
yeah,
Canadian legal market.
Yeah.
You'll get smaller craft growers that'll be like, ah, fuck, we have, you know, cannabis we can't sell, and they will not do it. But the bigger you get, the more shareholders you have, suddenly it's a
right.
different, it's a whole different process or a whole different.
Yeah.
Well, basically, it is about the money. You got shareholders to appease.
So even
Okay.
irradiated weed could potentially be a problem.
So
Wow.
I'd say grow
Yeah,
your own.
That's right. Grow
right.
your own, everybody. Grow your own.
Do it, lady.
Do it, lady. Yes,
Woo!
indeed.
Yeah.
So one
That
more.
was a
Let's
good one.
get through this article. It is bipartisan senators push to delay federal hemp THC. It's a long title here, John. I feel like I read
It's
half your
it
article there.
it is a pretty long title, and of course, this is going to be an ever-changing thing for the next coming months. But yeah, so as you were saying, bipartisan senators pushed to delay the federal hemp THC product ban as lawmakers consider regulatory alternatives to prohibition, which is what took place in the vote in November of last year. So a bipartisan group of senators is pushing to give the hemp industry 2 more years before a federal ban on THC products would take effect, which stakeholders hope will better position them to negotiate a broader compromise with lawmakers. After Trump signed a spending bill last year with provisions that would wipe out a prominent sector of the hemp economy, businesses and advocates were quick to call for at least delaying its implementation. The law is currently set to become effective this coming November, which is 2026. So now Senators Amy Klobuchar, Rand Paul, and Jeff Merkley have filed new legislation that would push that timeline back by another 2 years, giving hemp interests additional time to make their case that the policy would significantly harm the industry that was legalized during Trump's first term under the 2018 Farm Bill. And it's gonna, if this actually happens, it's gonna cause a lot of job loss. Like, not even thinking about like the businesses themselves, just thinking about the people that work for them. It's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy. So the measure titled the Hemp Planting Predictability Act simply states that Section 781 of the Agricultural, Rural Development, Food and Drug Administration and related agencies Appropriations Act 2026 7 USC 1639 note Public Law 119-37 is amended in the matter preceding paragraph 1 by striking 365 days and inserting 3 years, which is that's a big change for everybody in the business, right? Giving them an extra 2 years to figure it out. That's kind of nice. So Representative Jim Baird and bipartisan co-sponsors filed similar legislation to delay the hemp ban in the House earlier this week. House Oversight and Government Reform Committee Chairman James Comer, who is co-sponsoring that proposal, appeared at a press conference on Thursday alongside farmers who are concerned about the looming federal hemp ban's impact on their businesses. For what it's worth, 4 in 5 cannabis consumers say they oppose the recriminalization of hemp THC products under the spending bill Trump signed in November. However, it should be noted that that poll was conducted weeks before he issued a cannabis rescheduling order and took steps to protect access to full spectrum CBD. Trump signed an executive order last month directing the Attorney General to complete the process of moving cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 of the Controlled Substances Act. Part of that announcement also hold implications for the forthcoming hemp law. The president's order also urges Congress to examine updating the definition of hemp to ensure that full spectrum CBD is accessible to patients. A further redefinition of hemp would be part of a novel proposal to allow Medicare recipients to access non-intoxicating CBD that'd be covered under the federal health care plan. And can we all just agree that it isn't just CBD that can be used medically? Like, seriously, people,
Right.
figure it out.
Yeah.
So to effectuate that, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services will be announcing a model that will allow a number of CMS beneficiaries to benefit from receiving CBD under doctor recommendation at no cost. A White House official said during a briefing that Marijuana Moment first reported leaked details from ahead of the signing event. Trump seemed endorse a what? So Trump endorsed a more flexible CBD policy last summer when he shared a video calling for that specific reform while promoting the health benefits of cannabidiol, particularly for seniors.
You
Meanwhile,
just know it was written by an actual person when you see a small typo.
a typo.
Like Trump
Yeah,
seemed
okay.
to endorse a more flexible. So, at least you know
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
AI.
We hope.
Yeah, unless she's making mistakes on purpose now.
Right. Just to look
You know,
like somebody
make it
actually
more
wrote it. You know what I
human.
mean?
Take out an
Yep.
S or something somewhere.
Yep. That's right. Mess it up right here, please. Thank you. Meanwhile, a separate, recently filed Republican-led congressional bill would stop the implementation of hemp ban under the enacted appropriations legislation. Hemp businesses and industry groups have warned about the potential ramifications of the ban, but despite his support for states' rights for cannabis and a recent social media post touting the benefits of CBD, Trump signed the underlying spending measure into law without acknowledging the hemp provisions. Well, of course, because he doesn't want them there, but he had to sign something. GOP, that's my opinion, everybody. Okay. GOP political operative Roger Stone said recently that Trump was effectively forced by Republican lawmakers to sign the spending bill with the hemp THC ban language. However, a White House spokesperson said prior to the bill signing that Trump specifically supported the prohibition language. The Democrat governor
Is
of
that true
Kentucky
though,
said,
John? I don't think that's
I,
true.
I, I don't know if that's hearsay
Well,
because
it's
a
all the
White House
things that Trump has done that's
spokesperson.
been positive for cannabis, like the farm bill
Hmm.
and asking it to be rescheduled and all of that kind of stuff.
Right.
And the only negative thing he's really done was sign this spending bill where the
Hmm.
the cannabis law changes were put in there. Like you need to pass this spending bill. Okay, let's sneak in a couple of these cannabis laws while we're here. It's not like
Right.
Trump
Well,
specifically signed those specifically for that reason, is it?
right. But and maybe this person is slightly right, where maybe Trump isn't so much for the THC side, but he
Mm-hmm.
is for the CBD side. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that
Mm-hmm.
could be construed that way, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, so where was I at? Yeah, the
If the
Democratic
Democratic
governor of
governor.
Kentucky, said that the hemp industry is an important part of the economy that deserves to be regulated at the state level rather than federally prohibited as Congress has moved to do. Also, a leading veterans organization is warning congressional leaders that the newly approved blanket ban on consumable hemp products could inadvertently slam the door shut on critical research. Boom. Scroll down a little bit here. This is pretty long. There's a little bit left. So, since 2018, cannabis products have been considered legal hemp if they contain less than 0.3% Delta 9 THC on a dry weight basis. The new legislation specifies that within 1 year of enactment, the weight will apply to total THC, including Delta 8 and other isomers. It will also include any other cannabinoids that have similar effects or are marketed to have similar effects on humans or animals as a THC is determined by the Secretary of Health and Human Services. So did they write more shit into that? I hadn't heard this yet
I
about the
didn't
other
hear.
cannabinoids. I wonder
I
which
don't
ones
know.
they mean, right? Like THCA, THCV, like well, THCA I think they're including,
Did they
but
write something like THC and all of its equivalents or something like that to make sure it was a broader spectrum of things that wasn't allowed?
hmm yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
not sure what the exacts are on that, but um, let's see. So the new definition of legal hemp will additionally ban any intermediate hemp-derived cannabinoid products which are marketed or sold as a final product or directly to an end consumer for personal or household use, as well as products containing cannabinoids that are synthesized or manufactured outside of the cannabis plant or not capable of being naturally produced by it. Legal hemp products will be limited to a total of 0.4 milligrams per container of total THC or any other cannabinoids with similar effects. That's low.
Mm-hmm.
Within 90 days of the bill's enactment, the Food and Drug Administration and other agencies will need to push a list of all cannabinoids known to the FDA to be compatible of being naturally produced by a cannabis sativa L plant, as reflected in peer-reviewed literature. All
I could just
tetrahydrocannabinol
see more loopholes
class,
come in.
right?
Like
A million of them. I could
you
just
see
see
that
it already too.
CBG, in fact, has no psychoactive properties, so we'll let that one pass. And CBG is just a precursor to all other cannabinoids.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a completely CBG plant. Check it.
Yep. Get after it. So, yeah, all cannabinoids known to the agency to be naturally occurring in the plant and all other known cannabinoids with similar effects to or marketed to have similar effects to tetrahydrocannabinol class cannabinoids. The language slightly differs from provisions included in legislation that had previously advanced out of the House and Senate appropriations panels, which would have banned products containing any quantifiable amount of THC to be determined by the HHS Secretary and Secretary of Agriculture. Like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Jesus.
So, like, and the whole bill, I think, is right below there. We're not going to go through that.
Yeah,
That's actually
I
pretty
did see
short,
that.
maybe?
It's a bit.
Oh, no, I think it's
Yeah, that's just the
broken
start
up,
of it.
I think.
Yeah.
But, like, what about other plants and stuff that have cannabinoids in it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the other plants only have them in
Hemp
small
and-
amounts, right?
Right. But we're talking, I mean, that's a pretty small amount, 0.4
Mhm.
milligrams per container. Like,
Yeah.
woo,
Yeah.
woo.
You
It's
always
not
were
even
saying
a
the
THC
weekly.
unit.
That's right.
Right.
It's just less than a unit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
It's just
we'll
like
see what happens. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be over the next couple months. There's gonna be all kinds of crap like this, talking about what to do,
that's
where
it. It's
this
gonna be coming up a
goes,
lot. Mhm.
amendments, revisions, suggested, blah blah blah.
Stupidness,
So,
man. Stupidness.
I do hope they push it out though for for businesses and people,
Oh, for sure.
so
I
that
do
doesn't
too.
slam the door like they're saying right away.
Just sometimes you wonder if these people have got any idea what's going on. It's either they have no idea what's going on, or they know all of it and are doing things specifically to slow things down.
Right.
You know? But don't blame on malice. That can be blamed on stupidity. So
Yep.
it's just better to assume that they have no fucking idea what they're doing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for
What
sure.
can you do, man? But at least it's still, at least it's still progress.
That's right.
That's why I see it. Not like us
Right.
here in West Korea. I get confusing which direction we're in, you know? So West Korea. But some decent news, I suppose, though. It's not all terrible this week. At least
Yeah, it
there's some
wasn't-
changes happening.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah,
Booyah.
forum news. A bit of forum news here. Billy, though he isn't here again this week, he reached his 5-year anniversary on Percy's Grow Room this week.
Oh, wow.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Good job,
So
Billy.
forward shout out to Stutty as well for figuring that out. It's just awarding badges to everybody and bling and stuff. But he got his 5-year one. So nice. Thanks for sticking with us for that long, Billy. Yeah, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
hope to get you on the show next week. Fingers crossed.
Good
Fingers
job,
crossed.
buddy.
But
Yeah.
the last week now for entering the plant of the month. So if you got a plan to enter, go over there.
Mhm.
Get a chance to win some beans. Anything
Yes, sir.
else? Not yet.
I don't think so.
No, all the news we have is still top secret.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. For now.
Do top secret news?
Yeah, we got some top secret news, but
Oh,
we can't
come on.
do any spoilers, you know?
Yeah, you can. You can do whatever you want.
Well, we did say 3.0 for the forum is coming up soon.
Yeah. We did
And
say that.
Fine.
It's involved with that. We don't want to let you know what's going on with 3.0 until
Margaret's
it
like,
actually
"Come
arrives
on."
and works, you know? Because it might not even fucking work. But we'll see.
Right,
We'll see what
exactly.
happens. That's it. And then we could be just chatting shit. We did make some more emojis and some more reactions and stuff. There's been some new features to the forum, which are pretty
Yeah.
cool. It is really
Mm-hmm.
nice because before you used to only be able to like posts, you know, and I did bring this up in previous news as well, but now you have more reactions and we can add more as well. So we might add more reactions as time goes on to see, you know, if people think, oh, I wish I could react in this way and we don't have it. Let
That's
me
right.
know and we'll make the fucking emoji, you know?
Very progressive.
right.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Macky, chat shit. No way. What? What are you talking about?
He's trying to egg you on.
I think he's trying to trick me again. I made DC Smee the YouTube moderator, and he's just about to be the shortest ever fucking term of moderator in YouTube history. Yeah.
Oh boy.
But yeah, man, not much forum news. I think that's just about it for now. Just we have movie club coming up at some point. I'm not sure when. Smee is doing the first date, but we want to get a room together where we just sit, smoke some weed, and watch a movie. And Smee's got this list of movies, and just random tangent before we go to the smoke break and do more random tangents. There was this one suggestion from Josh82 in the movies thread for Sasquatch Sunset. Anybody seeing this?
No.
No. But I'm now
So
intrigued.
bad. So fucking bad. It's so bad.
Is it supposed to be one of those movies like it's so bad it's good?
This is what I said to the missus on dog walk because she agreed it was so bad. We turned it off after 20 minutes. It was just, no, can't do this anymore. Can't do it. It's like you have to go and see it just because of how bad it is. Quite similar to Sharknado. Remember Sharknado? It's so fucking bad. People went and seen it because it was so bad.
Right.
Very similar. It was really bad. And Josh in the chat said on the forum, he said, "Oh, you have to be really stoned to watch it." And I'm like, "What? Stoned on fucking ketamine? What?"
That's right. I watched it while I was in a K-hole. It was great.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because I couldn't get up and turn the fucking thing off.
Right.
Gosh.
Oh,
But yeah.
that's funny.
So funny.
Check it out.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, I think I will not.
Yeah,
no,
I don't think there's
involved. Good on that
any
one.
amount of weed that I could smoke to turn it into a good movie.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
No, not doing it.
Just reading the shit. A movie involving the lady stranded in an ocean for 2 hours. I think I've seen that one where she was on the train.
I did see that one too.
Shipping container. Yeah.
I forget exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I
That was
don't
decent though.
remember.
I think she died
Yeah.
in the end.
Might have.
See what I did? Spoilers there.
Spoiler alert. The movie we can't remember the name of. Don't go see it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just ruined it for you.
Oh, and yeah, that fucking Bone Temple. 28 years later, Bone Temple is out this week. I might go and see that at the cinema, but because the missus wants to go see it. But I was like, the last one was
Bone
so
Temple,
fucking
I've never even
bad.
heard about that.
Yeah. The last 28 years later, that movie, the first half of it was pretty good, and then the last half of it was probably one of the worst cinematic experiences
Of
I've
the
ever had.
latest 28 Days Later or whatever it's called.
Yeah, well, the series, and it was the trilogy, and now they've got the next one coming out, the Bone Temple, it's called. I'm like, I don't want to go see that shit, but the missus wants to go see it, so I'm gonna go watch it.
She's gonna dose you right before she's like, oh yeah, we should go do
Oh
that.
God, that's my worst nightmare. I hate horror movies to begin with, but then to be really high and watching it.
Yeah.
ugh.
And I've got to drive to the
Can't do
cinema,
it.
so she better not do. She won't be getting home.
She'll be like, "Hey, what if we took the train tonight?" And you'll
And
know.
she knows I'd be like, "What the fuck did you just say? Fucking train?"
Oh,
God
or
damn.
I don't know, whatever public transit you have there, because she.
Oh yeah, people would catch the train, but I have a car,
Yeah.
and I'll pay a substantial amount of money to keep that car on the road. With all the fees we have to pay, you're damn right I'm using it. Think I'll pay all that money for it to sit there on my drive? Fuck no. You know?
Listen,
you
in
shouldn't do
America,
short.
People do that.
Yeah, it's crazy talk.
Yeah, of course
It's
they
crazy
do.
talk. Crazy. Oh, you should
I
walk
get it.
if it's short distances. You know what you should do? You should shut the fuck up. That's what you should do.
Oh, come on.
I'll
I
fucking
walk
drive.
short distances.
What
Yeah,
short
the
distance?
hell?
Define,
5 minute
define
walk.
short distance.
Yeah, 20-second
I don't know.
drive. I'm going for the
15
20-second
minutes?
option.
15?
15
Oh.
fucking minutes?
Jesus Christ, that was
Jesus.
aggressive. Yeah, 15
Yeah,
Jesus.
right. Holy.
Jesus. 15-minute walk?
15, not 50.
Yeah, that's what I'm
15,
saying.
1-5.
No,
You
no.
gotta get your steps in. You
Yeah,
gotta get
you
your
do
steps.
that on my
figure it
dog
out.
walk when I specifically go out to walk places. But to get from A to B, I'm
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
Steve says
care
get a
if
bike.
it's so close that it's fucking cursive A to B. I'm fucking driving it. Get a bike. I have a bike. When I want to go out and drive my fucking bicycle about the place, I'll drive the bicycle. But it's fucking it's 6 degrees C out there. It's freezing.
Oh my god.
6 degrees. I rode
Yeah,
my bike
Jesus.
to work at the dispensary in like minus 20
God,
for
you-
2 whole winters.
Jesus, Margaret.
It's great.
We're built different, Mackie. Okay.
Fucking right. Fucking A.
Fucking, I think I'm
Fucking
still
A,
in construction at this point. Fucking built different. Jesus, man.
That's all right.
Jesus. Anyway, yeah, there's the news and the weather and this little rant at the end.
In the forum.
And
go to the
Macky likes
smoker.
to drive everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Just killing all the
Everywhere.
people in the trees and stuff.
That's right. That's right, killing the trees.
Yeah.
Acid rain is my fault. Don't worry about
Yeah.
China and all their coal plants. Worry about me and my little vehicle, my
Yeah.
1.6 engine. Worry about
Yeah.
that. That's right. I'll fucking drive. Here's the smoke break.
Yeah, do it, lady.
Jesus. Jesus.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, that's
sorry.
what I'm just
Hey,
saying.
Suze.
Yeah, I
Margaret.
like
No, I was
to be
making a
warm.
joke
I
that
like to be
just went
extra
over your
warm.
head.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So you
don't
don
be
a
a sissy.
toque and you wear a scarf and
Or a
you're fine.
beanie, as
A toque.
real people say.
Toque.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, John.
Canadians aren't
Beanie. We
real
can agree
people.
on this one, John. It's a beanie.
How
That's
dare
what
you?
it is. A
I
fucking
feel like a
toque.
toque is a different style of beanie, so I don't think you can call it a toque.
No, I
Unless
think a
you mean an
toque is
actual
a
toque.
beanie and then some.
Again,
So I'm just gonna leave it
Again.
at that. You're just gonna leave that right there,
okay.
and
okay.
you can discuss it amongst yourselves. But in my mind, it's always a toque.
Fire
I
top in
know.
the chat. He said, I've walked
he
from
said
one
toque.
side of the city to the other
That
and
was
then
Freenode,
back
sorry.
27 miles round trip. Yes, fire top. I've driven it. I can do it in 40 minutes.
Yeah, and
40 minutes ago,
Firetops
27-mile
is
round trip?
He loves
probably
traffic.
in excellent health.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah. That's right. I
That's
walk my
like me
dogs for an hour
that's
every
me going
day.
to town every day.
Macky, do you rock a little fuzzy ball on the top of your beanie? Sometimes I have numerous ones. You know, it depends if I'm walking or not. So I wouldn't be wearing it at all, really. Yes, I don't need to because I'm in my car with the heating on.
Oh my
Know what I'm
god.
saying? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wear
Do
my
you-
beanie in the car.
Well, yeah, but you're getting in your car and it's fucking minus 15 until it's warmed up. And that takes 10 minutes. Yeah. You're fucking damn right you're wearing a hat.
No. I sit in my house and I go, auto start.
Right.
Right.
And then
That's
I
right.
get into it in 15 minutes. But
Yeah,
it's
but
the,
then
it's the
going from your
40
house to the
feet to my
car. Fuck, yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing 2 beanies. Fuck that. Fucking hell, man. You can get up specifically for the journey from the house to the car in that weather. Damn.
Yeah. I
Damn.
am also bald. Not as shit, but pretty much. Bark dog. I need it also. Gotta have it. Beanies
Bold
all the
as
time.
shit. That's
Yeah. I got a
How
shirt
bold
for
is shit?
Christmas that
That's crazy.
said bald and majestic, and I wear it all the time. It's got eagle on it. It's great.
Wow. Yeah, but you still get clowns in shorts. You know what I'm saying, Smee?
Oh god, there's always somebody in shorts.
Yeah.
Even here, when
Dude,
it's like
yesterday I was gonna fucking take a picture. I should have done it. So we're at my granddaughter's birthday party, and it was, of course, yesterday ended a blizzard and then went into just windy cold, but sunny. Not like Margaret's sunny and nice out today. and my daughter's my son-in-law's brother showed up, and he was in a t-shirt, a zip-up hoodie, a light one, mind you, and shorts. And I'm like, bro, it's cold out. He's like, I got heat in my truck. It's fine.
That's so ridiculous. I find it so ridiculous because yes, I agree. It is warm in your truck. But what if you are driving along and something happens, you get in an accident or something
Yeah.
happens and you're on the side of the road and now it's fucking freezing out and you're in
Well.
your stupid shorts and t-shirt and you look
Yeah.
like a dumbass and then
Yeah.
you're freezing and who
His
knows how
grandma
long
asked
before the
him
tow
that.
truck comes.
Well, that's
Like,
called
it's just
evolution. It's Darwinism.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
It's survival of the fittest. It's
Yeah, but
survival
when
of those who can adapt. And you should be
So-
wearing real fucking clothes, not shorts in
Yeah,
the
I
snow.
agree.
But
Right.
who's
Thin out their
adapting
numbers.
and surviving at that point? I believe the person in the shorts is actually surviving.
No.
No,
If they're
no.
still around, you know what I mean? We're not
Yeah.
hearing. It's not like every year we're hearing about a story where it's like, hey, 37 people wearing a t-shirt and shorts died on the side of the road this
No,
year
because nobody
they
loves those
froze
people.
to death.
Nobody notices that they're gone.
That's just maybe the genes.
Nobody
shouldn't be
cares
passed
about those
down.
people. Otherwise, they will tell them when they're leaving the house, it's cold outside, put some actual fucking clothes on. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, at least have something in the truck with you. But come on,
He doesn't.
Hmm.
right?
Crazy.
No, it's
Makes me wanna kick him.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's dumb. It really
Yeah.
is. because it's like, yeah, shit can happen at any time.
Yeah,
You
and
never know.
it's a good point. It might just be going from the door of your house to
Wait,
the car, and then from the car to the office. So you don't really need to dress up nice. But what if something happens? What if you blow a tire or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
stuff
you
like
should
that
be
happens
prepared
all
for
the
that.
time.
Yeah.
And then you're
right.
stuck on the side of the road and you're so cold because you weren't prepared.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
and
happens.
it's so easy to
I mean,
do. All you have to do is like put on pants. Like,
Firetop says you got to learn how to do star jumps fast and simple. Is that what you were doing on your 27-mile walk around the city there? Just
Right.
stopping in random locations doing fucking star jumps, Firetop? You know?
Oh my
Jesus.
god,
Star
man.
jumps? You mean jumping jacks?
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
is that
thing.
jumping jacks, you
Yeah.
weirdo? Like, what are we doing here?
Star
You're
jumps,
just called a
man.
weirdo.
Star jumps. But
Nobody
Jumping
knows what star
jacks.
jumps is. It's jumping
not.
jacks.
no,
for
but
the love
look,
of
this
God.
side of the
let me
pond.
explain. If you said to somebody, it's a star jump, you could imagine in your head, like, what could a star jump be? Oh, they probably jump and then put their arms and legs out so they look like a star. If you said to somebody, what's a jumbo jack or a jumping jack, nobody's going to be able to be like, oh, they must jump and put their arms and legs out. Nobody's going to know what you mean. You could be doing a fucking
I think
backflip
when I
for all
say
they know.
jumping jack, everybody knows what I mean.
Yeah, I think everybody
No.
understands
Just-
the
No,
concept here.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, that's
You're
because
ju-
you're
just
something's
saying
wrong
that
with you.
right now. You're trolling.
Super trolling. I'm a gang.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
What do you mean? I don't know what jumping jacks are.
But-
I've never heard of it.
But I know what you mean if you say star jump.
Right.
Well,
Just nobody
well,
says that.
there's something wrong with your soul. That's why.
You hear this, Firetop? They're saying that you don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Who said that?
You and John said that about Firetop.
I never said that.
It did. You
Nobody
didn't
said
use the
that?
same words.
Putting
but you
words in
said-
my mouth now. I mean,
You control us, but we can gaslight you, so it's all fair.
That's
That's right. You wait till I edit this.
holy.
Oh yeah, that's not going to be pretty, is it?
I need
No,
to
the smoke breaks don't go
fix
out. You're
this.
safe. It's okay.
Fine.
But
Fine.
damn, yeah, fucking
I mean,
freezing out
they
there.
should.
Yeah, what
we
what
still
talking
need to do
about?
that, I feel.
Gosh, we've just been talking about shit for 10 minutes.
Yeah, we have literally star jumps versus jumping jacks. Who's right?
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Right.
the randomest stuff on these smoke breaks. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, that Sasquatch movie. Oh my god, it was
Oh, yeah.
so bad.
That's how all
man.
this started in the first place.
Yeah, that Sasquatch movie. Fucking hell.
I don't know what that even is.
No,
I'm gonna skip
Sasquatch Sunset. It was called. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Was it supposed to be like a scary movie about Sasquatches
No,
or Sam
It-
Squanches?
it's like
Sam Squanch.
it's
Little
it's supposed to be
trailer
like a
park
nature documentary where they're just watching
Oh.
the Sasquatch and the way they live out in the woods. It's just bad. Costumes are bad.
Okay.
Acting's bad. I know you say acting's bad, but you know you're supposed to suspend a little bit of disbelief. You know, because
Okay.
it's a
Right.
fucking movie about Sasquatches, but it's so bad you can't
There.
even do that. You just know it's people in a
Resize.
costume acting as a fucking.
They didn't even have the budget for good CGI. I
No.
got it. Yeah.
It's so bad.
Good
I mean,
old
sometimes they're
B-movies,
walking
you
like
know what I mean?
you would think a Sasquatch would walk, but then in the next scene, they're walking like ordinary people. It's like there's no consistencies. I couldn't do it. 20 minutes, man. And that's because
Yeah.
I was high and I was just chilling. I was like, I'm going to give it 10 minutes. And it was really bad after 10 minutes. I'm like, I've got to go all the way over there, turn this shit off. And I'm just leave it 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, I'm like, oh, this is so bad. Something good might happen in the next 5 minutes. I don't quite need to move just yet. And then, 20 minutes came and he tried to have sex with a piece of wood. And I'm like, that's it. That's it.
I don't know why that's so funny.
I'm getting up,
Uh,
turning it off.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna
Oh
try
my
and
God.
do low budget, you got to go like, you got to make it like kind of part of the thing, like kind of what's that Team America, like that.
Was that
Yeah.
low budget? That's an epic movie.
Well, it's
Well-
all puppets, so I would imagine the budget was lower than the average.
Yeah,
average
it's
action
not like
movie.
Avatar, for Christ's sakes.
Mhm. It's a bit extreme.
know what I mean?
Avatar being like the most expensive ever, but sure.
Right.
I'll work with
Yeah.
your logical fallacies. Let's go.
Well, I mean, come on, it's puppetry. How expensive could it be? They look like they're made of paper mache.
Yeah, but it's hiring the highly skilled actors that Trey Parker and is it Trey Stone and Matt Parker? One of the
I
no,
don't
the
know.
guys from
One
South
of the
Park.
two.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean,
And the
epic.
musicians for this
Epic.
whole show.
Yeah, I suppose
Yeah.
that's where the budget is, though. So like, it's still a lower budget film.
Everyone has AIDS.
Because...
AIDS, AIDS,
America,
AIDS.
fuck yeah.
You know? Well, I fucking love
Oh
that
my
movie,
God.
man. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Trey Parker. There you go.
Trey Parker. Thank you there, Free Nugs. Thank you. I was half right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And knowing
right.
and being half right is half the battle, or some
That's
shit.
right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Knowing is half the
I
battle.
know, but I modified it for this particular instance.
Okay,
Thank
okay.
you. I know my G.I. Joe references. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm sorry I blew up.
I was sensitive to that one.
God.
Gosh.
Yeah, a little bit there. G.I. Joe
Right.
and his kung fu grip.
So I think that's enough of the smoke break, everybody. We're going to get back to professionalism.
Do we?
No,
Okay.
Tomato,
not
tomato.
really.
Okay.
Fuck
I'll
it.
sit up.
We just released the grow
Yeah.
guy. We just do.
Margaret's
we just
like,
release.
laid back.
We'll be like, we're gonna do
Chilling.
grow guys, but we decided not to. We're just gonna do a long fucking smoke break for the grow guys.
John's the one
instead.
who's got shit on his avatar now, which I really appreciate.
Yeah,
Crochet
right.
shit.
that is
I like
crochet
it.
shit.
It's
Beautiful.
great.
Soon he will be on my desk when I retrieve him after the storms.
Oh, you haven't retrieved him yet? I thought you were.
I
doing it
haven't.
yesterday.
No, well, Margaret, it was a goddamn blizzard.
I guess.
So-
Yeah. I guess I'd be like I'd do the
Timing.
same.
hmm
He's not going anywhere.
And I do have options that I'm working on. I will be going to the dollar store to look for said black purse and
Ooh,
a
are
pink
you?
cowboy hat.
Oh, I like it.
Yes. Yes.
Jesus, it's like Chitter's John's spirit animal.
He is
It
my spirit
is.
animal.
He's
I
so
love him
good.
so much. Ah, I can't wait to see what this year brings. I swear to God.
You know, me too. It's one of the
Brilliant.
best shows on TV, on socials or whatever it's on.
Oh my God. Yep. Nope. Smoke break's over. Never mind. Continue on.
Yeah.
My bad.
Smoke breaks over and fire top in the chat. The message retracted from fire top. Yeah, dude. Fucking Jesus me. What are you doing?
Well, we were talking about Team America.
Yeah.
I mean, we were.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that is a direct reference.
Reddit
said
for
it.
you wrong. Okay. Thought Smee had been radicalized for a second there. Okay. Right, let's go to the smoke break. Let's go. No, we're on the smoke break. Let's go to the grow
Yeah.
guides. Let's do that.
Yes,
Jesus.
do it, lady.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right, so here we are for the grow guides, and I thought this week we could cover some growing myths. Myth. It's hard to say that word, isn't it? 'Cause
Myths.
Yeah, but when you say the th, it does sound like, we were discussing earlier about bath and bath.
Yes.
How you got a th or the double f. When you say myth, you kind of have to say it with the double f rather than the th. Otherwise, it just sounds wrong, right?
I can slightly get behind that.
Margaret's a linguist. Margaret,
Say what?
how do you say
What?
myth?
Myth?
Is it?
Myth.
Do you say it with a th? Myth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can kind of say it better now. It feels
Well,
like one of those.
are you saying myth?
Yeah, say myth.
Oh, well, that's you British.
Yeah, it's disgusting how we butcher this language sometimes. Let us know in the comments, everybody. How do you say myth?
I think they say myth.
But yeah, that's what we're talking about this week. All right.
Myths. That's,
And,
no, put a plural, make it plural.
Yeah, that
Sorry.
was maybe the issue when you got the s on the end.
Myths.
Myths.
Myths. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think we all need to go back to school.
No, not doing it. Yeah, but you all know what we mean. All right. Things that
Yeah.
people think are true but are not true. So we're going to discuss
Correct.
some of those just briefly. You're not going to go into too much detail about each one. But I thought,
Unless there's a rant behind it.
yeah, of course. You'll see what triggers on the way through. And we have the listener mail towards the end as well. We've got some nice questions in the listener mail section too. But for now, let's talk about some of these cannabis growing myths. Myths. Fuck, that is difficult to say. Say myth.
not.
Myths. Come on,
Myth.
say it.
Myths.
No, put the S on the end.
Myths.
Yeah, you
Myths.
see, when you put the
Myths.
S on the end, it changes.
It does.
Not
It's
really.
plural now.
Yeah. It's
No,
plural.
but say it.
It didn't sound.
It
It
did.
didn't sound any different with the th. Myths.
Myths. See what I did there? Myth.
No, but you put it. It's not
Myths.
smooth. You have to myths.
Yeah, but I was just trying to like. It was the emphasis. I was trying to emphasize.
Say it
Myths.
normal.
It's not supposed to be smooth, goddamn. It's plural.
Synths. Also another one. Yeah.
Synths.
Ah, synths is another one. Well spotted there, had I? Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
Okay.
Random tangent. That's for the smoke break. Look at us.
We haven't even got into-
Just
haven't even got
saying.
into
That's
it
a
yet.
difficult word to say. I should start a poll on the YouTube. You know, do
my
you
God.
find myths
Okay.
a difficult word
Okay,
to say?
do it.
Should I do it? Oh, you got a lisp, bro. No, don't have a lisp. That's the thing. I'm gonna do it. And you have to test first. Don't just say it thinking that you know how to fucking say it, right? You
Myths.
practice it first. Say myths with the S on the end.
Why are you saying it so slow?
Because I feel like I have to now.
Do you? Do you? That?
How can you say it any faster?
Myths.
Myths.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't work then.
Myths.
Myth?
Myths.
This is going to be a
Myths.
long road
Myths.
ride
Yeah,
with
this is gonna
brain.
be yeah.
Oh.
There. Is myths a hard word to say?
No.
Let us know.
right.
Vote, everybody. Vote.
So far,
Who said
100%.
no? 100%.
Well, I did.
100% no.
did.
Is that you, Margaret?
There's only
It's
5
me,
votes
goddammit.
so far, but
What?
it's not looking good.
He's got 5 votes, 100% no? Oh,
It's not looking
shit.
good for you, Macky. Sorry.
Shit. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
That's me.
Thank you.
Mrs.
Yes.
Dorsey again.
Whoever that was.
Did you get a vote for yes?
Yes, I got to vote for yes. Thank you. Yes, more. Come on. Drop
It's
them
hard,
votes.
to, it's hard to
Fire top,
tell
stop
though
it.
if they're like it's just sympathy votes.
Oh, right. I see,
Mhm.
Margaret. When it's a vote in my favour, sympathy votes, but the people voting in your favour, Margaret, they're all legitimate. I can
Well,
understand.
That's right.
Of course.
Jesus.
Don't
Anyway,
back
She's
that
the
up.
doctor.
Anyway.
Okay.
That's
course.
right. That's correct.
true story. True story. Okay, so grow room things that are not true, but people believe that they are. Things
Yes.
that are not true, but people believe they are. Number 1, more nutrients equals bigger buds.
If only.
If only, indeed.
If only
if
that were
only.
true. If only it was that easy.
You know, just keep ramming food down them and they'll grow big and fat. That's not how it happens. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's a regional problem, Macky. Laughing face says cornerstone. Thanks, bro. Thanks. Racist. Just saying.
Oh, Jesus, me.
Yeah, so
Okay.
why people believe this kind of thing? Because, you know, you will kind of think it makes sense. If you give it more food, then it will grow fat, like the 500-pound sisters. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. I'm not going to go on another tangent. But you all seen that TV
So-
show, right?
I mean,
no.
I feel like part of this has to be true.
What
Do
do you
you
mean?
know?
Yeah, because let's just take into consideration if I go and I take a pot of just potting soil and I put a seed in it and I grow it and I give it no nutrients, it's not going to get buds for jack.
Mm-hmm,
But if I feed it properly, it's going to grow healthier and it's going to produce bigger buds.
right.
I
But
feel
I-
like this myth is about, like how you said in the beginning, of just pounding it with extra nutrients.
Yeah.
Right. Like that, I feel is
Like the plant's doing fine, and you're like, oh, I know what I should do. Give it more food.
right.
Because it will grow
And-
fatter.
And also, I do believe at some point that you also have to decide what more nutrients means. Does this mean, okay, I'm going to cut back on my nitrogen, but I'm going to up the pK a little bit to get it to bulk up? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, because all those things kind of do play into it, but in general, overall, just feeding it a shit ton of nutrients isn't going to, isn't the right thing to do.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. So giving it correct nutrients is fine. Then you'll grow
Right.
Yeah.
big buds. But just giving it more food for the sake of giving it more food isn't going to make it grow any fatter.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
That's the way I see it.
That's where I think the myth comes in.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Feed it correctly
Yeah.
and it will do just fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, ramming it full of food is only going to make things worse, really. Especially, and like John said, it depends what you're feeding it too. If you're giving a flowering
Yeah.
plant more nitrogen, then it's just going to make it more leafy and make it taste more like hay
Mm-hmm.
at the end.
Yeah.
So it's important what you're feeding it as well. So don't just feed the plant anything that's around, just hoping that it's going to make the buds bigger, because that isn't going to work. You know, you have to feed correctly. Feeding properly is much more important than feeding lots. A nice, well-balanced diet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what else we can say about that, really. I mean, it makes
Not really.
sense,
I feel
right?
like we touched
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Just don't feed too much, because it will cause more problems than you realize, you know, which is just like in normal life as well. You know, don't eat too much or you'll start getting clogged arteries and shit. And then you got to be careful about what you eat. Like, can't eat too much greasy bacon, even though you want to, because it's delicious. You know,
I mean,
have a fucking watermelon sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Shit's good for you. Yeah.
Love the fruits. Fruits
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like fruit. I like fruit, especially like fermented fruit and brandy and things
What?
like that. You know?
Okay. Oh my God. We just go right there. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So then we have a myth number 2. It's easy to say myth. It's when you add the S on the end, it becomes a problem. Like, you know, remember that guy in South Park who had that speech impediment where he couldn't say the T in planetarium, so he'd just say planetarium all the time. Remember that one? Random speech impediments do exist, everybody. Maybe for me, it's just putting the S on the end of words that end with TH that become difficult for me. Yeah. Anyway, so John, you want to talk about flushing?
Flushing. Love flushing. Just kidding. So flushing fixes everything, it apparently says. So why people believe it, flushing does help in a very specific, or in very specific situations. So it gets treated like a magic reset button. That's what people believe. Not all the time does this work. So the reality is flushing doesn't fix root damage. It doesn't fix cold roots, bad pH habits, or poor airflow, and overflushing often causes more problems. So the truth is, flushing is a tool, not a cure. And yeah, when flushing actually is the right move, if you haven't done, well, okay, so flushing in soil, we don't really do that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But if you're growing in cocoa or an inert media or medium, what have you, then you might need to use flushing if you overfed, like what we just talked about a minute ago. You might be building up a crap ton of salts. So, you know, you need to check your pH and your EC, which I've slightly switched over to, just so everybody knows. Okay.
Yeah,
Not on the
EC is
full
more
ppm.
accurate.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a good one. But it can be used to fix your media if you overfed, right? But
Yeah, if
never
you have
flush
salt
with just
buildup.
water, right? Like always feed or always flush it whatever you are trying to get to the point of, right? So if you're trying to hit, 1.6, make sure that what you're putting in to flush with is that same amount, so that by the time it's done, you've replaced it and you're still at where you wanted to be.
Yeah. This is one of those things with cocoa grows, especially, when people flush it, and it's that whole high concentration to low concentration things where the moisture inside the plant is at a certain EC, and that finds balance in between the EC that's in the cocoa. And if you flush the cocoa so it's at 0 EC, for example, it's hard to get that low, but just a really low EC, but the plant's at 2.0 EC, then salts are going to be drawn out of the plant back into the soil to try and find balance. And that can cause you shit. That can cause you, make the plant look like it's suffering with deficiencies, even though the deficiency isn't there. So when you, like John said, when you do these flushes, either flush so it's all the salt buildup is washed out, but then water again at the normal feed level to restore the correct EC and pH levels to the medium. But yeah, flushing can be a problem sometimes, man. Especially, in soil as well, where you've just waterlogged the whole lot of your medium, and now it's going to take weeks for it to dry. Maybe not weeks, but it take far too long. It can become a problem, man.
Yeah. See, on a quick note, I was thinking about this the other day when I was looking at a forum post about somebody growing in soil, and I was thinking to myself, what kind of nutrients are you using in soil, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're using liquid newts in soil, sometimes maybe you have to flush? Question mark?
Yeah,
Like,
and
you know what I
then
mean?
when you're
You can
using
build it
salt-based
up too
nooch,
much.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't recommend doing that, I guess, in my opinion.
No.
You know, salt-based newts with soil is probably a bad idea.
I mean, people have got to find what works best for them and roll with it. I've seen people be successful
Right.
with salt-based nooch in soil, but in my opinion, if you're gonna go soil, just go organic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Go with all the organic foods, no bottled nutrients. If you're going for soil, then you've got all the microbes in the soil that can help break down all the shit to make natural foods. So I think if you are doing soil, then hopefully you should be doing it fully organically, where you won't be using the bottles. But if you're using bottled nutrients, salt-based newts, then salt buildup can occur. Sometimes you're going to have to flush it, and that's even in soil. You know, it's just
Right.
preferably not. But you have to do what you have to do to keep the plant healthy. You know, if it needs flushing, it needs flushing. It's just flushing is just not the tool you use to fix everything, because it might
Right.
just make things worse. Don't just flush and think everything's going to be okay now. Figure out what's going on first and decide if that's the correct course of action. You know.
Yep. Yep. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. Meow. Meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the myth number 3. Fuck, you know.
You were gonna say free, weren't you?
Yeah,
Free?
I really have to work on my
Myth
fucking
number
pronunciation
3.
today. I didn't do any vocal warm-up exercises. Ma,
That was
ma,
a
ma,
tough
ma, ma, ba, ba, ba. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what the problem is.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's
Oh
not
my
that
gosh.
exceptionally large glass of whiskey I poured before the show.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's not can't be it either.
No.
Guess work, dog.
Yes. Yeah, so number 3.
Yeah, the yellow
Margaret,
leaves
do you want to do this one? Yellow leaves?
always mean a deficiency.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably a pretty common myth. I know I've fallen into that trap before, and people believe it because of deficiency charts and that visual panic. When you see yellow leaves on your plant, you're like, "What the fuck is happening? Why?" Because I know that's happened to me before, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, in reality, it can mean that the leaves are just aging. Yellowing can mean age, stress, light intensity, or root issues. If
Mhm.
it's late in flower, the fade is normal. And chasing color often wrecks the root zone. So
Oh,
it can tell you that something's going on, but it doesn't necessarily tell you like what you need to feed your plant at that particular point in time.
Yeah.
mhm.
So,
Yeah.
this is one of those things with the yellow leaves. It can mean fucking anything. It depends
It
where
really
the yellow
can.
leaf is showing up, you know, and if it's just one or loads, it can mean loads of different things, man. You can't just assume it's deficiency, can you? And like Margaret said there as well, like, towards the end of the growth, yellowing is normal. They hit the senescence thing where the plant just starts to die anyway, and the leaves start to go yellow. Sometimes they'll go red or orange, like autumn colors, fall colors,
Right.
and they start to look all pretty and shit. Looks nice. And
Mhm.
you know, you get to that stage, you're like, oh shit, my leaves are going yellow, they're changing color. What can I do? Quick, throw more PK in there. They look hungry. It's like, no, they're not hungry. You just causing more damage by this. You really got to go out and try and figure out why the color change is happening, and not just jump to conclusions thinking, well, it's a deficiency.
Right.
Crazy.
Right.
But it's
Watch
easy
it.
to do, isn't it? You're like, oh, it looks
Yeah.
like it's hungry. I'll feed it more. But man,
Mhm.
so many other things could be. You get this before, John? You've jumped to conclusions and
Oh yeah.
damaged your plants?
When I
and it?
first started growing, I was always panicking.
Mhm.
You know, and you know the first leaves, the yellowing on the plant, I used to panic all the time, be like, oh my God, they're dying. It's gonna go all the way to the top. Well, it's just an old leaf, and it's like, I'm done. I'm good. There's way better leaves up top that are gonna pull,
Yeah.
you know, the light for me. So
Like the
it just
plant
happens.
decides, I'm done with this leaf. I'll take what's good from it and then throw it away.
Right. Right.
That happens often.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you'll notice as well, if the leaves are going yellow at the bottom of the plant, then that's going to be some kind of mobile nutrient, like a nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus deficiency. So that's a pretty obvious sign that there's a deficiency going on then. But if it's something like bud rot, for example, you're going to see this one yellow leaf appear at the top of the plant coming out of one of the buds. And it's just one yellow leaf. And you were like, oh, let's feed it more. It's like, no, that's not what it is. There's bud rot going on. You have to solve that problem. Feeding the plant more is not going to fix anything. This is why you have to try and find out what the actual issue is. Because if you have that yellow leaf and you ignore it and think it's something else, then it's just going to get considerably worse. So you have to know what the yellow leaf actually means, you know. And then again, at the top of the plant, you have a set of yellow leaves, but it might be because you're too close to the light and they're getting light bleached. Loads of things.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear that in mind. And snapping branches as well. Done that. You know, when you snap a branch, you don't even realize, you know, if you're in a scrog or something, accidentally snap something, and then the leaves start to go yellow and die off just on that one particular branch. You know, keep an eye out for that as well. So just because you see a yellow leaf on your plant, everybody, doesn't mean that you have a deficiency. Could be pH. That's another one. You know, it could be even overfeeding. You got salt buildup. So many things, man.
Or underwatering.
Yeah, or overwatering. You know,
I mean, it could be a lot. It could be a lot of things, right? So you gotta kind of look and check everything out. Just don't jump to a conclusion right away. You know.
Yeah, that's right. I like to say, when you think there's a problem with the plant, nothing crazy is going to happen really quick. You've got 24 hours to really figure it out and then start to fix it. And it's better to take the time to get a proper diagnosis and get a proper plan together on how you're going to treat the problem, instead of just jumping straight in there and making things worse because you got it wrong. You know?
Right.
So take a little bit of time, take a picture, get it up on Percy's Grow Room, give us some ideas about what's going on, what medium you're in, what you're feeding, what stage of growth. You know, the more information, the better. And then we can help you figure out what the fuck's going on, get you back on the right track.
Start a post, baby.
But yes, yellow leaves doesn't mean a deficiency, everybody. Bear that in mind. Yeah. There's another myth that we have here, number 4, is you must harvest at X% amber trichomes. You heard of this one? Everybody's heard of this. You should harvest with 10% ambers. That's usually the one people go for. And it's okay, but it's not necessarily the rule you want to stick by. It's going to depend on the individual, and it's going to depend on the kind of plant it is. There's so many things that need to be taken into consideration. You know, if the plant's been brushed around a lot and trichomes have got damaged, then it might have a lot of amber of trichomes just because they were damaged at some point. The plant still might need 3 or 4 weeks, but you was a little bit rough handling them, so it looks like it's got a shitload of amber trichomes. It's just not the case. You should use trichomes as a guide, just part of the answer. You know, it's like, oh, it looks like it's 90% milky, 10% amber. Cool. What do the buds look like? What do the pistils look like? What do the leaves look like? Is it drinking more? Is it drinking less? How does it smell? All of these things need to be taken into consideration before you can really decide if your plant's ready for harvest. Just checking the trichomes is just one thing, and it's a good way. Don't get me wrong. Don't think like you can completely ignore it. It will give you a good idea of how far the plant's done. But, you know, you're looking at trichomes on the top buds, they're going to be further progressed than trichomes on the buds that are at the bottom of the stems. So just looking at trichomes is not the best way, you know. Do you do this, John? You check your trichomes and do you judge it off a certain amount?
I do, and I usually I try to judge. Of course, this is always judging because you can't count all of them, etc. But I try to push to almost 30%, just because I like mine to have a good in between, right? And I know it's not for all strains, or not the exact same when it comes to that, but I feel like for me, that's kind of what I go with. And then I know the plant's for sure grown for a good amount of time, you know, and usually you can tell by other things too, then by that point, you know, leaves are starting to yellow and really turn colors, and, or some leaves even might start to be crisping up by that point. Because the plant just isn't taking up what, you know, it used to.
Yeah, the senescence is kicking in.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it another thing makes it difficult to tell is if you're growing under blow up lights, which not many people do, or you're growing under, say, HPS, which is mainly orange. It's going to be more difficult to tell what color those trichomes are as well. So that needs to be taken into consideration. But things to consider here as well is you don't want to harvest trichomes when they're clear, because that's like an immature THC. You're more likely to get anxiety and paranoia from smoking buds that have clear trichomes. You really got to wait for them to mature properly and get to as much cloudy as possible. And this is why people tend to wait for that 10% amber, because when you get that amber, that's it's converted to CBN, which is more of a sedative, allegedly. So if a bud has more of the orange amber trichomes, you're going to get more of a sedative effect, more couch schlock. And if it's, it depends on, what kind of plant it is, what kind of THC and CBD and all the other cannabinoids that are mixed in with it. It's going to make a difference to the high. So, sativa, indica, hybrids, all the shit needs to be taken into consideration as well. But the THC is at its peak production when it's milky, when it's amber, but when it's
cloudy.
Yeah, what's the word?
Yeah.
It's not
Cloudy?
transparent, opaque.
Opaque.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
looking for the fancy one.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
fancy
Christ,
words.
what
Got
are
to
you doing?
Sorry,
for a little bit of
cloudy
Can't even
sciencey
say the
word.
word myths, okay? And
Yeah,
now we're
but
trying to
that's
throw
different. It's because of the
opaque in there.
structure of the mouth, and not how the word works. I just can't fucking say it properly. Shit. Thanks, John. Disability shaming me and shit.
Listen, I'm over here wearing a helmet. It's fine.
Jesus, you know what I mean? Gosh. Next week I'm getting braces. Let's do it. But yeah, so I mean, harvest at 10% amber if you like, but you should be taking these other things into consideration as well.
Yeah.
Check on the leaves, check how much the plant is drinking compared to what it was. If you suddenly find yourself you're giving the plant 3 liters every day, and then all of a sudden instead of getting 500 milliliters runoff back, you're only getting 100. Like sorry, you're only getting a liter, so you're getting more. It's giving you more water back in the runoff than it has been previous. So it's not drinking so much. That's a nice sign to tell that it's coming towards the end as well. Same with EC. That might build up because the plant's not eating so much. But the plants will change colour. Don't just judge by the trichomes, man. There's a lot more to it than just that. So bear that in mind. Yes.
Yeah.
So let's talk about praying leaves, John. What's wrong with praying? Huh?
Leaves. I mean, I like to pray occasionally to the sweet baby Jeebus. But we're talking about cannabis here. So,
Right.
so if the leaves pray, the plant is happy. That's the myth. So, why do people believe this? Praying
Because it's
leaves look
true.
healthy, so we think. It is true, kind of, but so here are some things. So leaves can prey under mild stress. High light intensity can also force it, and it doesn't always mean optimal conditions. Can also, I've seen it happen when it's like really dry too, like not your humidity is way low, and then you've got so much light hitting it, it's just like but then you're gonna get curl a little bit. So what you're really looking for is the more relaxed plant leaf, not like drooping, just kind of just hanging out. Take a 5, man. So I mean, I love it when they pray, like, and I usually see it right when the lights come on. That's when I see it the most in my plants.
Right.
Is like when the lights come on, they go, oh, but then over the hours, you'll see them just kind of relax, You don't want them praying continuously. Then it's probably too hot or too much light.
Yeah, man.
In my opinion.
Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Just not too much. Like praying at 45-degree angle, nice. Praying at fucking 90 degrees, it's like that's a bit too much.
I think it's trying to put over a cover over itself. Like,
I'm frying here.
Yeah.
Put me in the shade. Shit.
Yeah.
But they do look nice, and they look best when they're praying at that certain level. But like the angle, man, it can get a little bit too much sometimes.
Yeah.
And then it's just too much light hitting the plant, too much heat. Other things can be taken into consideration here. So don't just think about the plants are praying, so you're doing a good job. Just make sure that they are happy. Make sure they're not praying too much, and they're getting indoctrinated and shit. Just
That's right.
a sensible amount of praying.
Not too much, not too little. It's right in the middle.
That's right. That's right. If they want to go around start knocking people's doors and praying to those as well, then that's too much. You got to stop that.
Yep.
You don't want them doing that. You know what I mean? But a little bit of their own praying, a couple of times a day. It's nice.
That Jesus is your Lord and Savior.
Yeah. Have you heard the news? Have you heard the good news? He's risen. That's right. All right,
Where
number
is he?
6. Where is he? He's hiding. He don't want to come out. He'll get deported. You know.
So true, actually.
Oh
I mean,
shit.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's just a joke, everybody. It's just a joke.
We're gonna do myth 6, that you need expensive gear to grow top shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh-wee.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Why do people
Tell
believe
us.
it? Because it's just marketing. You have fallen
Okay.
prey to the marketing gods, who are very
Sons of
clever,
bitches.
actually. Yeah, they're very good at it.
Mm-hmm.
You can, the reality is plenty of top tier grows are you just using pretty modest setups. You got to work with what you got, with the budget you have, and that doesn't mean you can't grow incredible weed. Environment consistency beats flashy tech, because you can have lots of flashy tech and actually not know how to really use it very
That's
well
right.
anyway.
All the gear, no idea is the saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And skill scales better than equipment. I would tend to agree with that too, because you could also be growing really great weed out of doors, which requires less setup as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can hear
knowledge.
TV in the background.
Can you?
Where?
Yeah.
What?
Oh
Somebody's-
God, just give me a minute.
Oh no! Did I get your dad in trouble? It could be John.
Well, yeah, it's so fucking loud. I'm like, how the fuck? Anyway, yeah.
I didn't hear it. To
He's
be
an
fair,
old man,
I didn't
Margaret. It's
hear it.
okay. It's
I'm
okay.
wearing headphones though. That's the crazy thing, that you can hear it through the headphones.
No, it's with the
Ooh-wee.
microphone we'll be picking up. That's all.
Yeah, true.
So it's just a little bit of Fox News, right, Margaret?
No, not at this particular time, but I swear to
All
God,
right,
his YouTube
right.
algorithm is just as fucking horrendous. So,
Is that they're
Tried to
watching
change
Charlie
it.
Beach?
oh God, I don't know, but I
shit.
just lots of AI. Let's just say that. But
Okay. Anyway, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just thought I could hear it there. It's not so bad.
Yeah.
We can deal with it as long as we know what it
Okay.
is. You know.
yeah, yeah. So back to myth that you need expensive gear to grow top shelf. Knowledge compounds and gear depreciates. So joining a forum like Percy's can help, because you can find lots of not non-technical, but non-equipment based solutions to problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, expensive is a relative term, I like to say, but
Yeah.
one of the grow tents that I used for fucking maybe 8-9 years or something, a long time, was like £120. It was ridiculously cheap, and it produced high quality cannabis. I think the money needs to be
Right.
spent on grow lights, but once you reach a certain level of grow light,
Mhm.
it does grow light. That's what it does. I mean, there's certain fancy things that get added to it, but nothing crazy.
Right.
You can do it cheap, you know. You just
Right.
just the reliability dies down the cheaper you get, so you're just gonna have to buy another light sooner, I think, but
Yeah.
man, after a certain level, everything's fine. You can do you can grow cannabis for so cheap. It's crazy. Like Margaret said, you can grow outdoors, man. You just plant in some fucking seeds outside, and then you're not doing anything. You don't even need to add food. It's pretty much free. You don't need expensive gear to grow good weed. You just need gear. Get the fucking gear. If you're growing indoors,
Right.
Exactly.
outdoors, of course you don't.
Yeah.
And all the homegrown, cheap homegrown is still better than expensive dispensary. That's
Yeah.
that's an epic
Hell
quote right
yeah.
there. You know what I'm saying? I'm adding
Hell
that
yeah.
to my
Coin
signature
it.
on the forum. I mean, but it's true.
Yeah.
You grow your own homegrown with cheap gear, and it's still going to be much better than most of the expensive shit you're going to buy. You
Right.
know? Mm-mm.
My most expensive thing, 100%, is my light.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else
That
is
is it for
shit
sure.
compared to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But that's the way you want it to be, because that's the most important
Yeah.
thing. I mean, of course, you need nutrients, and your soil's important and all that shit. But the most important, the most amount of money you're gonna spend is on your light.
See,
mean?
and I feel like on the nutrient side, there's such a big
But I think the best nutrients you can get are the free nutrients. If you can grow
Well,
organic
yeah.
and get your worm farm outside, and use the leachate from the worm farm and make yourself some FFJ and some natural Korean natural farming nutrients. If you use that method, that's the best, and it's free. You don't have to spend any money, and then it's locally made. It's natural, And
Yeah.
then I've used advanced nutrients in the past when, growing in hydro, used advanced nutrients. Great fucking nutrients. Works really well. Very expensive. So then
Yeah.
instead of
out
spending,
of hand.
Yeah, a ridiculous amount of money. And then I was like, let me try something cheaper. Let me try just Canna, which I can buy for a fifth of the price.
Right.
You see, I had no problem there. Fifth with the TH. See, I had no
Okay,
problems.
okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a fifth of the price of the advanced nutrients is, but it does just as good a job, maybe even better, just because I
And
was
probably
working it
7
properly.
less bottles.
Yeah, just 2 bottles instead of fucking 8.
Yeah.
You know, well,
Yeah.
3 because you count the PK 13-14 as well. So A and B,
Yeah.
PK 13-14. That's it. But with the advanced nutrients, you got the Rhizotonic with the A and B, then the Carbo Load with Big Bud. With what was the last one on the end? The Overdrive. You know, all this different shit.
Yeah,
It's
there's too many.
expensive, man. Expensive.
Yeah.
You know?
Unnecessary.
Yeah,
in my
completely
opinion.
unnecessary. Just the A and B with the PK was fine, and some CalMag. But you know,
Yeah.
you don't need the expensive shit to grow the good weed.
Right.
Yeah, and
Right.
that was myth number 6. It's an important one. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Don't
go out there spending a ridiculous amount of money thinking it's going to make much difference, because it won't. Experience
That's right.
matters.
Yeah.
You know, when you get used to shit, you can have the cheaper stuff and make it work just the same as the expensive stuff. So don't worry about that, everybody. Don't think, oh, I don't have enough money to grow this weed. I can't afford the setup. Just get what you can and work with it. You know what I'm saying? Myth number 7 is more light always equals more yield. Kind of, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
Enough light.
Kind of.
It's the same thing as
Yeah.
that whole nutrients thing. It has to be the right light and the right amount of it. You'll grow a decent plant under a cheap light with a certain amount of lumens and photons coming out of it, and PPFD and all that shit that all the scientists talk about. But yeah, just it gets a bit too deep sometimes. All that fucking research.
It does. It's kind of
You know.
crazy.
It's just, if you buy a decent light, then the light manufacturer's already done that research for you. So don't bother with it. Just buy a decent light from a decent brand, and they'll make sure that you're sorted. But just because you can, for example, I have the HLG Scorpion Diablo, and it's a fucking beast of a light. Now I can put that shit over 4 seedlings in a 4x4 and have it on 100%. But does it need that? No, absolutely fucking not. It's going to
Right.
use up a
Seedlings
certain.
don't need that.
But you know, if you want it to be happy, then yeah. But and you can just the percentage on that light and everything, so it's only getting 50%. But even 50% for seedlings is going to be too much. I can give it more light for sure, but at some point it's going to be like, I'm tired now, boss. You know, like John Coffey. I'm tired, boss. He just doesn't want to fucking. Just doesn't want to grow anymore. You know, he's done enough work for the day, and it will go to sleep. So you're spamming it with all that light. It's just not necessary. And it's the same for flowering plants as well. When it's heavily into flowering, you know, you got it in 12-12, for example, and you're smashing it with all this light, it's going to consume a certain amount of light. Then it's going to be like, yeah, I'm tired now. I'm going to take a rest. That could be 10 hours in. It could be 8 hours in. You know, you might not be giving it enough when it's, you know, got to the 12. It could have done with more. Depends on the light, how close it is, how efficient it is. But just because you're giving it more light, it doesn't mean it's going to produce more yield. You have to give it the right amount of light. You know, enough light.
Yeah.
Too much, you're going to do nothing. You just have to give it enough. Make sure it's getting what
it's
it
going to
needs.
hurt it. Too much is going to hurt it.
You
know.
Yeah, man. You getting some new lights now, ain't you, John?
Oh, I got them 2 yesterday.
Oh, sweet.
And they seem to be pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
they're old, used ones, but they're not bad. And I watched a video on them, you know, just to see what they did and how good, or, you know, how decent they were. But, you know, I mean, we all still kind of use like numbers for our lights. You know what I mean? But
just
like,
to give us some kind of idea. Yeah.
Right. And like me now over time, it's just, I just watch my plants more versus so much. It's got to be 18 inches. It's got to be at 92%. You know what I mean? Like I just watch the plant and I adjust as necessary. And yeah.
Experience, eh?
I never run like my big light, my 720 watt, that thing, I never run at 100%, like ever. It's just too much.
Yeah, man. But do you find, Margaret, because the last crop you did was outdoors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then it's different story altogether.
Yeah, you're at the mercy of the weather in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it's crazy how outdoors the sun, like the plant doesn't bother as much as like indoors with the fake lights.
Mhm.
Like outdoors,
Yeah.
the plant can take all kinds of whatever it's gonna get, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
So,
that's what I like about it. But I am gonna start mine
mhm.
indoors this year in my tent, so I can make them
Nice.
bigger before I put them outside.
That's
the plan
right.
this
Okay.
year.
How long are you
Yeah.
vegging indoors before you put them out?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe if I get my shit together, a couple months.
Yeah, 6
Oh,
weeks at least,
be
man. 6 to 8
nice and
Yeah.
weeks.
ready then.
Mm-mm.
Because I think mine were pretty small when I put them out last year, and then they just didn't really. I don't know. I should have given them more of a leg up, if you will.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Get them started
Mm-hmm.
more inside first.
Do it, lady. That's gonna be
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a fucking
Yes,
great. I want to
sir.
see some huge plants, Margaret. That's what we want to
That's
see.
what I kind. I mean, that's what I would love too. But then at the same time, I'm like, oh, then I have
Oh
to
yeah,
harvest them.
yeah.
And I'm in tree
That's
jail.
when you know that you're an experienced grower, and you're like, oh, I don't want to grow it too big, you know?
Yeah, because it's like
Right.
super exciting when it's happening, and then the real work begins, and you're like, ah,
Yeah.
shit, what have I done?
Yeah.
Mhm,
Growing
mhm.
outdoors is kind of like it's like that the whole time. It's like you just watch the plant and the plant does what it does, and there's like
Yeah,
really not much work into it at all, you know. And then until that day comes where it's like, great, I got to chop this fucking tree down
yeah,
and go do
exactly.
something with this.
Yeah,
It's like, oh
Ugh.
no, what did I do?
exactly.
Trimming that shit and then having
Oh
somewhere
yeah,
to
man.
dry it all.
Oh yeah. Yep.
First world
Beautiful.
problems. First world
That's
problems.
right.
Yep.
Not
You know
a
what I
terrible
mean?
problem to have.
I mean, oh my
No.
god, I have too much weed to trim.
Yeah, yeah,
Just over here
yeah.
whining about it.
All this free legal weed. Oh, so sad.
I mean, back in the
Oh
days where
man.
you're scraping
Yeah.
together a gram of weed, and just like, oh, there's a just scrape, and now you're complaining because you got a kilo. Like, fuck,
I
you just
know.
can't win.
You're
You
like,
just can't win.
how am I gonna deal with all this stuff? Yeah.
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
myth number 8: if it's organic,
Oh,
you can't mess it up, and of course you can. I found
Yeah.
there's something that I've noticed, and I don't know how true it is. It might
okay.
just be like confirmation biased. But if people start growing cannabis in hydroponic mediums, soil is difficult and hydro is easy. Like, oh no, I can't get my hand in soil. It's overwatering too much. Don't know how to feed it. They just have problems when they move over to soil.
Yeah.
But those people who have started in soil, you find it difficult when they move over to hydro. So it seems as if people get stuck in their way when they first started, you know. And this is what I had when I moved over to organics. I found it difficult. I didn't know what to feed the plant, when I'd hit deficiencies at certain times. I would water too much, and that's because I started in hydroponics, and my main medium was growing in cocoa, which is treated
Right.
completely differently. So you know, you can definitely mess up organics because I have done it numerous
Oh
times.
God. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm about to step into this realm. We're gonna see what's up.
Oh yeah. This is the first
Are
time
you
you've ever
now?
done organics that way, John?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I only grew in soil one time. Got the stupid spider mites, and then I threw all of it
Yeah.
away.
Hmm.
You know, and now we're gonna try it again. And we're gonna try all organic and just let her buck.
Yeah. Do it, man. Do it, lady.
Is this gonna be indoor or
Indoor, yep.
outdoor? Yeah.
Yep, I got a
Okay.
27-gallon super living soil is what we're gonna call it. That is cooking right now. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
we'll see how it goes.
Good luck, John. I think the
Mhm.
less you can do with it, the better. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm hoping, right? Like I had a lot of good help from everybody in the forum, man, over at Percy's to build the soil, and I'm hoping that it's gonna be a good starting point for me. And I'm hoping it's my hope is that I can get to a point where I can just the soil's there, the soil's good, it's amended nicely, it's got what it needs, and that I can just sit back and water and occasionally throw a tea or two at it, you know, things like that. And we'll
Mhm,
work
mhm.
on other biology later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So yeah.
And one of the problems I had when I went organic was just getting the feed correct. Like when it starts to head into flour and you have to top dress and all this shit. You know, how much do you
Mm-hmm.
even put on? You put a handful on it, spoonful. What do you water in? So you can definitely mess it up. I mean,
Yeah.
if you got good soil, it will balance itself out and do the right thing according to what's going on. I think that's part of it as well. Having the good biology in the soil makes a difference to how it turns out.
Yeah.
But it takes time, man. It takes time to get used to that shit. You're just not going to just move to organics and think it's all going to be easy from there. There will be learning
Yeah.
curves, just like there is in every
I'm gonna be
medium.
throwing shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it.
Mhm.
Cussing
Yeah, man.
like it's gonna happen.
But with some practice, just make sure you have a good diary and keeping track of
Yeah.
things so you can look
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
'Cause when you're growing in
Yeah.
hydro, if you have a problem, you can fix it in 24 hours. You know, just add this, add that, change the EC a little bit here and there. If you have
Yeah.
problems with organics, that's a week to fix. You know, so
Yeah.
you have to be able to anticipate. when
And
there's
you're on
gonna
a
be
time
issues.
schedule.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
if you're in flower, that is, you know, vegging stage, you can make it as long as you want to fix the problem. But like if something happens in flower, it's a little bit more. Whew,
See,
you know.
Legacy Market in the chat said soil is foolproof, but it's not, bro. Cocoa's foolproof. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a poll.
Yeah.
That's a poll. Yeah.
But that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
If people are used to growing in cocoa, they're like, fuck, cocoa's so easy. It's fucking paint by
Yeah.
numbers. You put this much in, stir it up, water it, get some runoff. Done. That's it.
Yeah.
Plant looks ill, check the EC. A little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. There you go. Fucking soil. Who fucking knows what's going on? Nobody knows what's going on. You just have to hope for the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just depends on what you're used to growing in. Like I said, if you started in hydro, hydro's easy. If you started in soil, soil's easy. That's just the way it goes, man.
Right.
You know, and soil definitely not foolproof. From the additives you have to add at the right time to make sure it's ready for the plant at the right time, to watering correctly. Because it's so easy to overwater when you're growing in soil. You know, and then it's so easy to underwater. You left it a little bit too long, so now a shitload of the microbes in the soil has died off. You got too dry.
Yeah.
But, you know, you watered too much. It was too wet. Now you got nasty bacteria living in there. It's definitely not fucking foolproof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cocoa
Yeah.
for the win. Cocoa for the win. And Billy isn't here to be like, live in soil. That's right, Billy.
Yeah, right.
That's right,
That's what he would
Billy.
say.
Yeah.
You just have to find out what works well for you, then, you know, and work
Yep.
with it, roll with it, man.
But
Yeah.
and I say try everything once at least. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Try out
Yeah.
different stuff. If you growing cocoa, try doing a hydro bucket one time, or try growing, you know, a soil pot one time.
Yeah.
Try, you know, whatever. You should try it because you might find that you like one way better than the other. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I've tried them all. Cocoa's the best.
Yeah.
That's it.
I had terrible luck with cocoa the one time I tried it.
Yeah.
all I can
If
say.
you haven't started with it, then it does take a little bit of practice, a little bit of a learning curve, but you can do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I went back to it, I could probably have a better shot. But
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mm.
give me a
Yeah.
shout, and I'll guide you through it as you
Well.
go. You'll be fine. It'll be beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Here's one then. Myth number 9. Is this for you, John? Do you want to do this one? Is it John or
Sure.
Margaret next?
So you must fix every problem immediately. I'm gonna call bullshit on this because
Right.
you know everybody panics and you think you got to fix it right away. And I always suggest waiting and watching. Right? Like you just look at the thing because you can't make a quick judgment call and just start throwing shit at it. It's a terrible idea. So plants often self-correct. Okay, so something might be a little
Mhm.
off, and then tomorrow you go look at it and it's like, oh, that was nothing. It was no big deal. It's okay. Overreacting causes more damage than patience. That is
Mhm.
100% true practice. Patience, everybody. Late flower interventions are often pointless. This is, in my opinion, also fact. Like once you're that far in, it's just really nothing you're going to be able to really do because the plant's already doing what it's going to do. You can't make it do any more than it's going to do at that point. So yeah, so sometimes the best move is doing nothing. You know?
Mhm. I think
Yeah.
so because the plant adjusts, and it's
Yeah.
when you're growing soil and things like that. Not necessarily cocoa. I don't know if it works in the same way. So there's pros and cons to each one. But if the plant detects there's a problem, then it can send shit into the root zone and be like, "Yo, I need some more of this. Can you sort that out?" Like, yeah, give me a day. I'll have some ready for you. You know.
Yeah.
But if you keep flushing it, then it's not going to know what the fuck's going on. This is why consistency is important when you're growing
Right.
cannabis. Just be consistent so the plant can understand what it has to work with, and then it will fix things accordingly, and be
Yeah.
finding balance in its own environment. It's you know, you're working with a living thing, so it can adjust and you know, work with a buffer around it. That's the good thing about growing cannabis. You know, sometimes it will just fix its own problem. Just give it the chance to. Don't start fucking around with it straight away because you've seen a little issue. You know.
Yeah. Give it a little bit of time.
Yeah.
You know,
We've seen
before
pictures
you
like that
get
up on the
rash.
forum, innit? People take a picture of their plant and be like, "Help, my plant's dying. Check it out." And you're like, "Where?" You know, it's
Yeah, what are
fucking
we looking
fine.
at?
What he's like, "Oh, got this little bit of a yellow on the margin of the leaf here." It's like, yeah, bro, don't worry about that. Don't worry about
Yeah.
that. It's gonna be fine. Give it a couple of days, be fine.
Yeah.
And usually after a couple of days, it is fine. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. However, it is easier to fix things more immediate in cocoa and hydro for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't rush, because as this says here, you know, overreaction causes more damage than patience. Absolutely, that's true. Absolutely. Unless you're 100% sure of what the issue is, or, you know, what's affecting the plant, then don't rush to try and fix it, because you could just make the situation worse in the first place. You really
Right.
have to know what you're dealing with and how to fix it properly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's best just to leave it. What do you think about this one, Margaret? You must fix every problem immediately.
Why would you suggest such a thing?
That's right. Just leave it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. If the plant starts to wilt, there's a problem. You know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That
If
has
it
to be
falls
that-
over on itself, yeah, you got an issue.
I suppose that
Yeah.
one, that scenario you can fix immediately, because most likely
Yeah.
that means it's dry as shit.
Oh,
Maybe you
yeah.
need
Needs a
to
little
water
water.
it, you know what I
Needs
mean?
hydration.
So
if it's
that's-
drooping, yeah.
That's about the
Man.
only immediate fix I can come up with that there is out there.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And I've been there, man, when I was growing in the organics,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, because I'm trying to figure out wet and dry cycle properly. And I've gone into the tent and the plants look dead. Like the leaves are so dead. It's like, you know, when you harvest the plant and you do a dry trim, so you're just letting the leaves dry, and after 3 days, the leaves are just all drooped and crinkled up, just hanging there. It's looked like that. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, I've killed them. Killed them.
Yeah. I've done that
Yeah.
I have also done that.
multiple times.
And you're like,
looks
holy shit.
bad. Like, oh no. I
then
better
you
not
give it
put this on
water.
the forum. You know, and then
Yeah.
you fucking
Yeah.
water it. 15
they're
minutes
like,
later,
"Yay."
they look fucking great. Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
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 So if you have
That's
that problem,
when-
fix that immediately. All
That's
right.
when growing
Yes.
panic is appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't wait
The one
24
for
hours
it.
for that one.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you better fix
Yeah.
that one right away.
Yeah, but that's
Oh.
it. You know, if they're wilting really bad, then, you know. But if you've got a few yellow spots here and there, a half yellow leaf, a leaf that's a little bit pale, then, you know, don't worry too much. You know, try and figure out
Yeah.
what's wrong. And come and get help on the forum. There's always help on the forum. You know, it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you have issues, come and get some help. And it's
That's
free
right.
as well. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
Free. One more.
Yes,
Right,
myth
Free
number
falling.
10. Pew, pew,
Myth
pew.
number 10.
Everyone else's grows better than mine. Ooh.
Well,
Comparison is
well,
the thief of joy, my friends.
Yes, indeed it
it
is.
is.
Yes. And why would people believe this? Goddamn social media strikes again.
God
The reality
damn
is,
social
you
media.
didn't see their mistakes. You didn't see their failures. You didn't see their panicked posts in a forum like Percy's being like, what the fuck? I don't know what's really going on.
Yeah.
So, experience
Yeah.
beats comparison.
That's
Just
right.
know what you're seeing on the highlight reel is not necessarily showing all the
Mhm.
shit that went in behind that to get them to that spot.
Right. Right. I do think that a little comparison is good in the
Mhm.
sense of I want to better my grow.
Yep.
Not
Right.
like I want to smash everybody else, but hey, I want to better my grow. I wonder what this person is running for lights or what nutrients they're using, to make my grow better.
Well, that's
Not necessarily
taking a
the hype.
learning perspective
Right.
instead of a
Right.
comparison perspective. You're like, how can I
Right.
learn from this person and what they're doing?
Yeah.
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 And that's it. I don't think so much everyone else's grow is better than mine, because I'm pretty bit experienced with growing now, and I know that I achieved the best that I can in the situation that I'm in. Sure, I could do better, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with what I'm getting. It's not like,
Right.
but I would really love to grow the same way as Yellow Skunk Farm grows. We did an interview with him this week, just like a raised bed, horizontal soil with a pond that runs through a little creek in his grow. Man, it's so
That's cool.
nice, so natural, so fucking beautiful. So I do look at grows like that and think, yeah, that grows better than mine. You know why? Because it fucking is, man. Because it is.
Right. Right.
You know,
Well, not
but
everybody has the space either to grow a little
Exactly.
creek through their
Right,
grow.
exactly.
I'm not in a
That's kind of
situation where I can
unique.
grow like that. Comparison is the
Yeah.
thief of joy and all that. So
Yeah.
if you're happy with your situation, sure, there's going to be grows out there that surpass yours because somebody might have 20 grand to spend on the equipment. You don't have that.
Right.
You know, just do the best you can do, and that's going to
Right.
be fucking fine for you, man. It's like your signature method. This is how you do it. So, you know, don't look at everybody's grow and think that it's perfect because, as Margaret said, there's been problems. There's been things that they've had to resolve that you just haven't seen happen. You know, everybody has issues, man. Just be happy with the grow you have. As long as you're
Right.
producing good, high quality cannabis, then don't worry
Right.
about anything else, man. Just keep being happy, keep enjoying it. Don't stress
Yeah.
too much.
If it does what you want it to do for you, you're doing
Mhm.
it right. You know what I mean?
That's
Right.
right. So not everyone else's grow is better than yours. Just Yellow
Right.
Skunk Farms is, you know.
That is pretty impressive,
Yeah.
though, man.
Yeah, it's
that
crazy
guy's
grow.
stuff.
So nice, man. I just like that way of growing. That you know, as
Yeah.
natural as possible, the most natural you can be, but still being in control of the environment. That indoor grow with
Is
the
he
organic
US
setup.
based?
No, it's Canada. I think he was Canada.
Yeah, it's
Oh, is
Canada,
he?
I think.
Yeah.
I'll check that
No,
out.
no, US only because he lives 40 minutes away from Marco.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that grow before then.
I watched
Maybe.
him cut down a male plant out of there yesterday or something, or the day
Yeah.
before or something.
He's over on Instagram. He's got quite a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Incredible grow setup. Just he has like water running through his raised bed, like a little river that flows
Mhm.
through to disperse.
There's goddamn
water across the
turtles
whole
in it.
grow. Yeah,
got-
and
That's
fishes
so
and
cool.
shit.
yeah, it got shit living in it, so you can get
Yeah.
nutrients from that to feed the plants. It's like, come on, man, that's
Yeah.
so natural. That's so cool, man.
Yeah,
Living the dream.
it is cool as shit.
So yeah, everybody else's grow is not better than yours. Just Yellow Skunk Farm. That's the way it is. Everybody.
Yeah.
That's what we're competing with.
Yeah.
Just so cool. You know, and Marco has a similar kind of setup as well. You know, but that's for me. That's my opinion. You know, some people might be like, oh, fuck organics. I want to have an epic grow that's completely automated and hydroponic setup. You know, like that one Jorge Cervantes did back in the day in the California place where it's got sensors in the reservoir where it's like, oh, the
Mhm.
EC's changed a bit, drip, 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 automatically add some nutrients to balance out the EC again and keep recirculating the water around automatically. All fully automatic. That's the shit as well. You know, so you have to figure out what's best for you. But with the grow that you have, as I say, as long as you're producing some high quality cannabis and enough of it, there's no need to be getting jealous at anybody else who's growing shit. We just all have our own
Right.
way of doing things. Just do what's best for you and work with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, there's a lot of growing myths there. Damn. There's a
Mhm.
lot of myths.
Mhm.
Myths.
Myths.
Yeah.
There we
Speaking
go.
of the poll, you did not fare so well, Macky, unfortunately. But I think
This
we
is
went
why I
through
haven't brought
that.
attention to it, Margaret. I thought we could just move on
Oh, well,
and
we
not bring you up.
can't
Just leave it there the
that
whole
happen. What's the
time.
point of having a poll if we're not going to, you
And
know,
because it didn't
say
go in
Right.
my favor, I
there
don't
was
want to
80
fucking.
to 20% no's versus
Oh.
yeses.
I'm ending the poll, everybody. The poll's been ended, all right? All right, so 80% of people think that myths is not a hard
Dear
word to say.
Macky, Smee.
Yeah. That's offensive, Smee. Gosh, it's very difficult to offend me, but trying to relate me to Keir fucking Starmer in any way, though, that's where I'll draw the line, Smee. The spanner's gone. I'm taking the spanner. There we go. Anyway, what was he saying? Let's move on to listener mail. Let's do that. We have some listener mail to do.
while we're doing this move.
Sweet. So we have a question here from Smee, and because of his lack of respect in the chat, we're gonna skip it. We're gonna go to Lobby Lobster. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come back to you, Smee, at the end. Lobby Lobster. And this is an interesting one, and we've done episodes on this. It's an important question, and it's a difficult one to really answer. I don't know what the correct answer is for this myself. We just have to try and do the best. I'll read the answer so you have some kind of idea what the fuck I'm talking about. It says, "Hi and Homegrown. I know we had an episode with the Hi Ladies regarding how to deal with parenthood and growing/consuming. But how have you tackled it with your kids/families? My daughter is curious about the tent in my office. I have said it's where dad grows his medicine, but worried about her going to nursery and repeating that, especially residing in West Korea. I mean, she has already got me in trouble as she called one of her teachers a towel.
Holy.
I have had to go in
Okay.
and explain. She doesn't watch South Park. I just say it to the other half when she's moaning. So yeah, this is the thing about living in West Korea, man. Usually my advice would be, as a parent, is always be open and honest with your kids, because they don't want to see you as a lying piece of shit. They want to know that they can come to you and talk to anything,
Right.
talk about anything openly and honestly with you and get good answers. But living in
Right.
West Korea is difficult when it comes to cannabis, because you don't want them going to school, especially when they're so young, when they're in nursery. They don't
Like when
know
you say
the
nursery, that's
consequences.
nursery school? Like, are we talking like a 3 or a 4-year-old then?
Yeah, 3, 4,
Yeah, they're
5.
Yeah, that's
Very-
really young.
very
They
young,
don't really know what
very
they're
young.
saying.
That's
Yeah.
right. I mean, when they're coming up to their teenage years, it gets even, it's risky still. But at least you can have a sit down, honest conversation with a teenager and be like, look, man, you really can't say anything to anybody about this shit. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we're all going to suffer. So you have to keep your fucking mouth shut. The little kid doesn't understand that.
Yeah.
It's difficult, man, because you don't want to lie to them at the same time, but you have to do things for their own
At
safety as
that
well
age,
as your own.
though, I don't know if it's lying, perhaps just giving them age-appropriate information, which may be
Right.
as little as possible. Because let's be honest, we tell
Mhm.
them about Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, and that's all
Mhm.
bullshit too.
Mhm.
So
Right.
sometimes,
Right.
if it's the difference between you sitting in prison or,
Yeah. They're just having
whatever, and
social
then
services around your house causing shit because your kid said
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, as they get older, you can start to have those conversations, but nursery school is
Mhm.
really young, and
Mm-hmm.
they could say
Mm-hmm.
things like call their teacher
And I
a
mean,
towel.
at that age too, like, sometimes kids kind of just it's also part of their life. You know what I mean? If they're seeing it, they see it sitting there. It might not be. It might not really be so much that they'd be like, oh, hey, my dad has a tent in his room, blah blah blah. Where they just it's part of their home life anyways. They
Yeah.
don't even really bring it up. Like that's kind of how my kids were
When
when they
it's
were
so
younger.
normalized, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right. I mean, because it wasn't legal here.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
like when my kids were young, like so many people smoked, and
Right.
Yeah.
even around the kids when you're out having a bonfire or something or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or at the lake, it just became part of they didn't even question it. Oh,
Yeah.
Bob
You've
is
kind of
smoking
normalized
again,
it.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. And then they get older and they're like, I don't even really care
right,
Yeah.
because
right.
it's not taboo anymore either. When you
Mhm.
have those.
Well,
And this
I
is
mean,
the
it
thing, when
still
it's
is
legal.
in some places, like it's still pretty
Yeah.
much out
Well,
there.
When
yeah,
it's
I
legal,
just
it's
mean though,
different
like
In
story.
in your
school.
own household though, like if you have
Right,
it
right.
taboo and like you can't talk about it, it's all secret and all that stuff, then they're gonna be
Mhm.
like way more curious about it probably. That's been my
Right,
experience anyway.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, man. You
Yeah.
just got to try and hide it from them as much as possible when they're young, because you don't want to lie to
Yeah.
them. And then if they do know about it, then just try and guide the information somewhere where it's not illegal shit, where they can go to school and say things, because they might. And it's just a
Yeah.
risk that And it's if I was growing legally, and I had a young kid, and was like, "Oh, what's that?" And that's where I grow my cannabis. And they go to the school, tell the teacher, "Oh, my dad grows cannabis." It's like, yeah, so what? You know what I
Right.
mean? There's nothing to say then. But the fact that living in West Korea, it's a
Mhm.
different,
Yeah.
it's a different fucking game you
Yeah.
have to play, man. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. You have to keep it covered. Just say something else.
Right.
Or grow exotic orchids in there. Or grow tropical plants in there. You know,
Yep.
just don't tell
Yep.
them it's cannabis, because that will get you fucking in trouble on it. You
Yeah,
know?
well, if you're living in West Korea, can you all write yourselves like fake scripts and just carry on your person?
Right.
Is that like a thing that could happen?
But no, you can't write yourself a fake one. I suppose you need an official one. Well, maybe you could. Maybe you could print something out on your PC that looks
Yeah.
like one
Yeah,
of
that's
those.
what I'm
I'm
saying.
sure they haven't got like
Just to keep
holographic
it,
hallmark on it and
yeah,
shit. You know?
Just to keep on your person. I don't know
Yeah.
if you're out and about in the.
How well can a
Right.
police officer tell the difference between a fake and a real prescription? They probably never even
Exactly.
seen one in the first place. That's a good point there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, something to think about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Good
right.
question. Good question.
Yeah, that was a
Uh,
good question.
I hope that helps, mate. And just do what you can, man. It's really tough to even know what to say. It's a difficult situation.
Yeah.
It can end badly, and it should never end badly. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
I don't like to brag, but being a cannabis consumer for most of my adult life, my kids have all turned out really fucking good, better than
Yeah.
most people's kids have. You know what I mean? And it's wrong to assume that just because somebody consumes or even grows cannabis, that they won't turn out to be a good parent. But that's
Right.
that's the country we're living in right now.
Mm-hmm.
My youngest boy, he's 12, smarter than most fucking 18-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good at letter league.
Yeah, well, pretty good at fucking anything he turns his hand to. He would beat you all at chess. You know what I mean? And he's the son of a cannabis consumer and grower. So, but if you went to
Right.
school and told teachers about that, they'd be like, "Oh, he's endangered."
Right.
No, so you can't tell them the truth. But my kid's homeschooled, so it's a different situation when you're homeschooled. You don't have to worry
Right.
about that shit. But the older kids wasn't, so they never knew about any of this shit in the first place. But different situations, isn't it? It's scary, man. It's scary.
Yeah.
Because you're
for
just trying to
sure.
do your best and raise your kids as best as possible. And just because you can consume a particular type of harmless herb,
Yeah.
you have to
Well,
deal
but
with
we'll
these
send our
consequences.
kids home to alcoholics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. My mom drinks wine every night.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, no one's
Yeah.
worried that they're going to turn out to be winos if they're seeing parents drinking wine every night.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stigma is real, man. It's ridiculous.
Yep. For sure.
Let's go back to this one
Educate.
from Smee. Because
Smee.
this is an interesting question. Because when he asked it, I'm like, what? I'll ask the question. It's from Smee. After all this time doing the show on Percy's Forum, what keeps you motivated to keep going? See, short and legible is how I roll now. That's how you roll now, Smee. Now you was on the show last week and tried reading out one of your own fucking questions and you realise, hold on, I do give Macky a bit of a hard time for no reason. Yeah, there we go, Smee. Now he keeps it short and legible. Thank you, Smee.
That's right.
He's turning
you-
over a new leaf for 2026.
He says you still fucked it up. Fuck you, Smee. Fuck you. Fuck. Jesus, he's always giving me shit, this guy.
You're
What
not
the
sounding
fuck?
very, very motivational right now, Macky.
Right.
No, what keeps me motivated? I don't know, Smee. I quit. Fuck you. This is your fault, Smee. It's on you.
And that ended high on homegrown.
And on that note,
You know what I mean? I don't know. The only thing that really keeps me motivated is I enjoy it. That's it. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy making the podcast. I enjoy running the forum. Most days, 95% of the time, I enjoy it. There's 5% of the time when I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm so fucking
Like when
done
you're
with
reading
this.
out listener emails.
Yeah. Or, or the forum's slow because 1,000 bots are attacking it today. And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking, and then I'm like, John, I'm going to crack. And John's like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Don't worry.
relax, everybody. See, patience, not panic, Macky.
That's right. That's
Right.
right. But, just enjoying it and knowing that you're helping a countless amount of people produce their own fucking medicine, that's enough, man. That's all you need.
Right.
Just to know that
Yeah.
it's helping. It's helping. It's doing something.
It's-
Sorry, John. What about you?
So like I seen this and my first thought was like, oh, well, we're talking about Macky and more Margaret, right? Because I'm relatively new to the show, right? And I've been at Percy's for a little while. But it's funny that he asked this because I was thinking to myself this week before the show, I was thinking, that was really awesome what Smee said last week on the show to me and Margaret, right? And again, I'm not looking for any kind of recognition or anything, but things like that happen on the forum, on the show, and people telling anybody, you, me, Margaret, people in the forum that have helped them, that it made a difference for them. That's what keeps me interested and keeps me wanting to do stuff like this, right? Is just the helping people and seeing growth from people, and it changing their lives, man.
Yeah, just to know you had a positive
Yeah.
impact on somebody's experience. Yeah.
Yeah, because in this day and age, sometimes it's shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And with a lot going on, but when you see things like that, it's awesome. And I say this also because I was part of a charity for 9 years for a vet's home, raising money for veterans, and it's kind of the same thing, man. You know, I see things happen in Percy's and in the show that also happened in that respect with the vets, man, just hanging out with them and seeing what an impact we made on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's just awesome. I love doing that shit. So
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with both what you both have said, and also it's not just the shows and the helping people; it's the friendships we make along the way. Am I right?
there you go. I
You
left that
know,
out.
I've
I'm
met
so sorry.
many amazing people, and that's also been really cool too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like who we had. I think it was Ed Tech I was speaking to this week in one of the interviews, and he's a listener of the show as well, and he's been on the show a few times. But he was saying he loves the camaraderie we have, where we have so much fucking banter on this show because we've done it so many times together. There's no awkwardness, you know. They said when Smee was on last week, but between the three of us.
It's okay, Smee. It was your first.
I'm
time.
only joking, Smee. You know I'm only joking. But you know, we can have just random banter that you don't get when people haven't been together for so long. You know, we have some great laughs, man, and just change shit. We know the inside jokes that we have. Man, it's so much fun. It's so much fun producing the show. Sunday evenings we get to come along and just have some fucking banter and give information out to people. It's fun.
It's awesome.
It's fun. And it's not like I can go out and tell anybody, oh, we have this really cool podcast and they've got 1.2 million downloads on this. I can't tell my friends and my family all that. So it's not like I get any gratitude in that way. Oh, you see, Macky is so cool. He's got a podcast. None of that. That doesn't matter to me. But to be able to just know that myself, that we've achieved such great things with this podcast and the forum, and there's countless amount of people out there who are now growing cannabis for themselves, providing themselves with their own high quality shit because of the degeneracy I've pushed across the internet. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. That's good enough, man. Yeah. That's good enough. It's a great question, Smee. It's a great question. Well, what keeps you motivated? Just everybody out there listening keeps us fucking motivated.
You
man.
get to keep your wrench now, Smee.
That's right. Maybe.
You've earned it for today.
Right. For today, Smee. For today. Yes. You're a hero to me, Macky. Thank you. Free nugs. Thank you. It's strange to think that I'm inspiration to anybody, but good luck to those of you who do find me to be a hero and inspiration, because you've only got me. That's bad. There's many other choices out there. Let me just be a stepping stone to the next one. But we just appreciate you all. The people on the panel, the people listening. It's crazy, and sometimes it's difficult to even to look and appreciate what has actually been built over all of these years. Because you keep your head down, you keep grinding, just keep doing things. But it's crazy, man. It's an epic community, and everybody's part of it.
What year are you on now?
7. Well, for the podcast, 5th year. I think this is the 5th year for the podcast, 7th year for the forum. So
Okay.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy to see how successful it is. Yeah. Even though we have all the restrictions that we have, being in the UK and things like that, we have so many restrictions. It's crazy, man. So we appreciate all of you guys out there who listen. That's what keeps us motivated. It's a community thing, isn't it? Yeah. Like some days you don't want to do the show, but it's like, how many people would you be letting down? We do it because it's a community thing. We're all in this shit together. I don't know. Bit of a long-winded answer now. We'll go on to the next one. From Baker's Bud, we have, hi all. I've got a question regarding my photo that is 2 weeks in flower. 2 weeks? It's all mixed soil and is now got red stems on the leaves for about a week. Why is that? I've started feeding it nutrients, ppm, and currently 240. ppm is currently 240, sorry. All I can, this is that. All I can say, I don't know what that means. All I can say is that maybe is stressed due to defoliation or not the right amount of nutrients. Usually these purple red stems, I think it's a phosphorus deficiency that usually happens early on in flower. The stems, there's a proper term for that, the petioles or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the stems of the leaves, they will start to turn purple. That's usually a sign of a PK deficiency, which also adds up to it being 2 weeks into flower as well. When the flowers really start to grow, then it starts to demand more potassium and phosphorus as well. So it kind of ties in together. So I would assume, just from the
Slightly
information I got
confused.
there. What you got there, John?
Well, one thing I would say also is that I feel like the changeover to LEDs can cause some strains to do this just in general. But okay, so he's 2 weeks in the flower,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
We don't know if that's
PPM
from
is at
flip, though.
240. Well, that's what I'm wondering. But then,
Mhm.
like, his ppm is currently 240. That's not very much.
What would that equate to in EC? Do you know? It seems
Somewhere
low.
like 0.0 something, like 3.
Yeah, really low. Yeah.
Like it'd be really low. But I mean, if he's growing in a mixed soil, maybe that's okay, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I would assume it would be either stress or it could be your light, LED light, and sometimes it's strain dependent too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another thing. And temperature dependent. There's so many things that need to be taken into consideration.
Right.
Are there any other symptoms being shown on the plants? Yellow leaves or something, at the top of the plant, the bottom of the plant? What's the temperatures looking like? So many things need to be taken into consideration.
And if the plant in general looks fine with the purple stems and stuff, I think it's okay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't think you have a problem necessarily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say the same as well. Don't stress too much, because it might just be before I've grown plants, and it was on a purple LED light specifically, and it's like the light would shine on the leaf and make it purple, but the shadow, say there's a leaf underneath it, you'd see an outline of where it was like a sunburn, for lack of a better term. There was an outline of the leaf above it. The whole lot of the leaf was purple, especially except for this little green bit that was a form of a shadow underneath it from the light from the leaf above it. So could be many things, but judging from what you've said so far in the description there, being it 2 weeks in flower and you're only feeding it 240 ppm, which seems considerably low, I would say it's probably a PK deficiency that's saying that in. But pictures help, man. Pictures say 1,000 words. If you can upload a couple of pictures of the plant as a whole, and then just a few close-ups of the leaves, that always helps as well, because then we can get a decent idea of what is actually going on. But it might be just be simple as a PK deficiency. Sorry, John.
Do you have over at the on the forum? Is there like an article as to what you should give us for an issue like this? Like, if you're gonna make a post about like a problem, here's what we would really love for you to give us.
Well, if you go to the diagnosis section, when you're putting in the thread, like when you start a grow diary, a thing opens up, it's like what light you're using, what soil you're using.
Yeah.
If you go to the diagnosis section and start a thread there, then in your initial post, it will ask you all of those questions. What soil are you using, what nutrients, what pH. It asks you all of the information which we'd like to see.
Yeah.
So a little form to fill out before you can make the post. So that helps out a lot as well. Yeah. So get one of the proper posts up, and we'll help you out. Just to make sure you're on. I mean, like 70% sure that this is the direction you should be heading. You need some more PK in that shit, but 70% isn't enough of a good opinion, in my opinion.
Right.
I'd want to be more sure of what the issue is before I start to do something about it. So get a fucking post up, and then it's not just me answering. Then you'll get different answers from different people growing in different mediums. You might have somebody growing in the same soil as you, who has had the same experience as you. Be like, oh, I've had this. It was this. This is how you fix it. So you get a proper thread up there, and that will help.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great answers.
Anything to add here, Margaret?
Yes.
This one?
No.
Seemed pretty good.
Nope.
That's all of them. We did skip Smee's one, but then we came back to it. So yeah, that's all good. I think that's it. That's it for this week. Let's go to the outro. Let's go.
Outro.
Professionally fading outro music.
That's right.
There we go. Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody, and all that. We're a little bit running over here by 10 minutes or so. Hopefully, Billy will be back next week. But yeah, give him a shout out on Discord and shit. You can message him on Discord and just say hello. Hello. I said just fucking read allegedly from Cookie Grow. As I said hello. Like, gosh. Thanks, Cookie Grow. Yeah.
Yeah. Way to go.
Yeah, man. Well, come and join us again. I mean, Smee said he's gonna get a new microphone and shit, so we're gonna get an interview done with Smee soon, and maybe we'll hear more about him on the panel soon as well if he wants to come and join us sometime. Yeah, that would be cool. We just don't want to have too many UK folk on the fucking because people get sick of our accents. You know what I mean?
And the way you pronunciate words.
Yeah, that's right. Especially Smee being from up north. You know, he says all sorts of things wrong, man. He would have been saying bath and shit, and we were about to have that discussion. I mean, fucking hell.
I mean, it is a pretty good breakup between you and Billy sometimes on that shit. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's right. Because Billy pronounces a lot of things wrong as well. No, it's never me. I'm just saying. It's never me. We haven't had to put a poll up today about the way I pronounce words. It's never me. You know? Varkdoc says, want to interview me, Macky? No, absolutely not, Varkdoc. All right? I don't know, man. What story have you got to tell? I don't know. Fucking hell. Yes. So let me know. I'm happy to speak to anybody. I always have a good time speaking. Did you do the Discord questions? There was a few came a little bit too late, and we're already running over time there. Free nugs. You got to get the questions in soon, bro. You're on the forum every day. You can't post questions on time. You not know when the show is? Huh? It always seems to be you.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, work more on getting them answers in, the questions in sooner. Work on that. All right? I did after you messaged. That means nothing to me. What's that supposed to mean? When did you message? You messaged me yesterday. Free nugs. Remember? Huh? Couldn't send your question then? Yesterday? Huh? You got to do it 20 minutes before the fucking show starts? Huh? That's right. I think I don't know what you're talking about. Jesus. Gosh.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, yeah. Try harder next week, Free Nugs. Try harder.
Right?
Yeah, but I'm sorry, man.
Set a timer.
Trying, you know. It's all good. Hit me up. Yeah, I'll drop him on next week's show. Just make sure I don't forget. Yeah, you know we can't multitask. You know what I'm saying, Cookie Grow? You know what I'm saying? Gosh, bro. Who do you think I am? Gosh. Yeah, he's struggling right now with because he's doing the Sober October thing, but in January. Yeah, it's it's tough for you guys out there. Some of you guys doing real difficult with this. So just stay strong, man. Stay strong.
Yeah.
You know, you got 13 days left. That's all, man. Just less than 2 weeks now. You can do it. You can do it. Stay strong.
You got this.
It gets difficult in the middle, man, but you're nearly there. Just stay strong.
That's
right. Do it.
That's right.
When you get to the end and you've done it, you'll be proud of yourself. You
got this, bro.
You're not trying, Free Nugs. You're doing it, bro. You are doing it. You are actually doing it. It's not about trying, is it? You are actually doing it, bro. Yeah, just keep doing it. That's all you have to do. Stay strong, man. Stay strong. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But until Sunday, we do have interviews this week as well. I forgot which days. You'll see them pop up on the days when they happen, you know, as we do. Because I would like to message people on the day and make sure shit's going on. But if you have any suggestions, anybody, or people you want to hear on the show, get in touch. Get in touch with them and tell them to email me at highonhomegrown@gmail.com. That's a nice, easy way to get people on the show. And you can reach out to Chad Westport. I haven't had him on for a while. It'll be good to catch up. Sweet.
Yeah, he was in today.
Yeah, see, he did drop in. I just hate to bother him because he's so busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a very busy guy.
Dog, I also did that once, and he never continued.
Yeah.
Also.
Okay. That's it. Just keep trying, man. Just keep trying.
Yeah.
It's been fun, everybody.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the next one. Sunday, or an interview in between. Nice. Stay high, stay safe. We'll see you then. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Goodbye to you, my friend.